seconds, buddy. Let's go. Cheers. Let's do what we can. Sean said there's technical difficulties. I don't know if he told you. Yeah, he told me, but I'll handle that. That's fine. I mean, it's just gonna be we're just very straightforward with. Just talk a little bit about hey, it's a new thing for us here. Working the kinks out.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, here we
Good
go.
luck.
Live
And John.
on location.
And that guy.
Red Star Social.
Actually, my name is Daniel here.
His name is Daniel.
I'm your head commentator, Cameron Nixon. I'm joined by my good friend Ron.
Alright, good luck, everybody. Bomb.
Reckless Ron.
That's what they wanted.
Put it in.
Oh, I said it. I didn't know if you guys heard.
We can start with no limit. It keeps it simple. We can start with race course.
Got some new faces.
$5 ante.
You guys I don't know at all.
Cool.
I don't know you, Ron.
Nice. So,
This is a pretty
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
make sure you scan your cards, everybody. Try not to bend them or break them. Anytime I say time out, please stop me. That's good, my guys. Alright, first board. 7 players.
Bear with us, folks.
C2.
Tune
Please
in.
scan your card.
YouTube.
The first board read. Pull those down. Second board.
Yo. You here?
Yeah. That's King
Live
of
on
Diamonds,
location here
three
at
of
Red
Hearts,
Star.
8 of Diamonds.
Red Star Social in Austin, Texas.
Good.
Starting out with a bomb pot right
Check.
now.
Check. Check. C2, can you rescan your card? Yeah, Banner. Good. Okay.
Perfect. Bear with us, folks, as we are
C3, check the round.
some
C3
difficulties
bet,
here on our
35.
first stream from Red Star Social in Austin, Texas.
Fold.
Go ahead and go around the table and
C5,
introduce
fold.
people.
Fold.
Playing this bomb pot.
C2 call.
C1
Turn.
Casey.
There's a 5 of spades.
Ray in the 2 seat, aka Rooney right now. He's in the hand.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Can't see
Alright,
his card right
second
now.
one,
Hell yes.
7 of clubs.
Ace, queen, jack.
That's right.
Good looking hand here. Both boards. Set on the bottom board. Top nut flush draw.
Oh, shit.
C3,
That's Kelly in the
bet
lead.
105. Oh, I'm out of play.
Out of that. Keep watching this hand and then we'll continue going with the players in a second.
Continue. Alright. And then a call of 105. C2 call. C3 let out. C2 call. Alright. Yeah. Good? Alright. The river.
Looks like Rooney did make the
Huh?
call.
No.
Hold on, guys. Alright. Alright. Ten of spades. Yeah, the first one, I got it.
Kelly with aces, it looks like, on both boards. And don't know what Rooney has. We are having some issues reading some of the cards. We are working through that here.
100.
And we'll hopefully have some great action all night. Looks like Rooney's going all in here, though. Some straight possibilities on both boards.
165.
Could be concerning to Kelly.
I call.
are seeing, we had a little bit of a misread there. Looks like ace deuce, jack queen, or jack jack. Like the bomb pots. Bomb pots get a little tough to get all the cards reading correctly. It looks like Rooney is probably scooping it based on Cali
No, it is.
reaching for chips.
C3, C2 scoop. Pair of 3, and deal.
So that was fun. That was a fun start.
C3, adding
Nice little bomb pot to start it off.
Thank you.
But we are playing 1-3 hold'em. Hopefully the game goes a little bit smoother from here. And let me continue going around the table and introducing everybody. We got Vito in the 4 seat. And we got Alex in the 5 seat there. Jack in the 6. He's a regular here at Red Star. Ham in the 7 seat. Quite the nickname, Ham. Got the pink sweater on it too. And then Daniel in the 8 seat. And then our good buddy Dirty coming in to the 9 seat here in a little bit too. So full table. Should be some good action.
I can barely.
And because we're both such good friends with Dirty, we will no doubt
Raise to
be
30,
very harsh
7
on his
fold,
play.
8 fold.
No doubt, no doubt. We got Jack opening up $30 here. Under the gun. And Alex wakes up with Ace King in the big blind, and he's gonna pump that up a little bit more. Kind of small, makes it 80. Jack's gonna go ahead and make the call here.
Call.
He makes the call.
2 players.
Classic race here. Classic race going to a flop. And Alex just gonna go ahead and
5,
put Jack all in, I believe.
475.
And know a lot about his play, but I've played with Alex a couple of times.
475. 375. And then
He's pretty straightforward until he decides he's bored and wants to get out of line. It was always my read, but you know, he's a really good guy.
Okay.
I think the
I like playing with him.
cards on the table did not necessarily match what we read. Again, we are having a few technical difficulties. It's our first night. It's my first time on commentary.
That's a given. That's a given. They take it for granted.
I think that, yeah, it looks like Sean is going to be changing the deck out. There were some
7
misreads
fold.
going on.
Okay, 1 second. 8 fold.
We're gonna go ahead and work through that. We'll get that deck changed, and hopefully we will have a very smooth show from here forward.
Fold, fold. Fold, fold. Everybody fold. Winner.
We were also told that there was some microphone difficulty at the beginning of this. Your commentators tonight are myself, Reckless Ron, and my good friend Cameron Nixon. He has had quite a bit of experience commentating, so he'll be on the lead for most of the night. And I'll be chiming in, hopefully, with a little bit of humor and insight.
That's what I need you here for, Ron. I can't do it all by myself.
I wouldn't expect you to, buddy. You and I have a lot of time at these 1-2 streets here in Texas, and tell you what, well, tonight's 1-3, but pretty much the same
It's the
thing.
same game.
It's the same
effectively
game.
the same game here.
Yep,
I
same
think
player pool.
And if you guys are curious, I think they're playing a $1,000 cap tonight, I believe. Not sure if that is subject to change or not, but I think that's what the game was right now. 200 min to 1,000 max, I believe. So just some friendly poker action. And I
think now we'll see things picking up. So again, we apologize for the slow start, but bear with us for our first stream here.
8 fold. 2 fold. 3 raises 20. 4
Kelly's going to
five
open it up
fold,
here
6
with
fold,
the king, queen of
7
spades.
fold.
Reasonable hand.
He's already down a bit and a little bit upset that he opens with a hand as good as king, queen of spades, and it
What up, dude?
just folds through.
And I'll tell you what, in Texas, we don't see that a lot. You can definitely expect to see a lot of hands end up multi-way, but early in the stream, people tend to play a little bit tighter, in my experience on streams that I have played on, and I think Cam could probably attest to that. Generally, nobody wants to get posterized early.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you don't want to be the first guy walking out of the building from a stream. It's
4 fold. 5 fold.
never fun. I've been there and done it.
7 just showed up.
No one likes to do the walk of shame to the ATM.
No, the walk of shame to the ATM is no good either.
6, 7 calls.
This is Texas, folks, and we play wild down here. It is not like most of the other spots in the country. I have traveled around a bit throughout my poker career.
Maybe a couple of tens, we don't know.
As you're saying that, we see it fold to the small blind, and Ham puts in the call. Daniel just bumps it up 25 with 10 deuce and gets the fold from Ham. So I expect no shortage of action coming up here tonight.
Yep, it's just those early stages, feeling things out, and trying to see how this game's going to play. I'm not sure how familiar all these players are with each other.
3 raised to 15. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold.
I don't know about their personal familiarity.
8
Vito here is hometown Austin in seat 4. Alex in the 5 hails from New York City. Jack in the 6 is from Hong Kong.
Jack's a legend in this room from what I've understood, but
Pam is an Austin, Texas guy and says that he's a regular cash player.
I think most of these guys are really only cash players. I play a lot of tournaments in the Austin area and Texas in general, and I haven't really seen any of these guys' faces in the tournament streets.
Ray in the 2 is from Mexico. And Kelly in the 3 is a Conroe, Texas native.
5 fold. 6 fold. 7
And
fold.
joining us shortly,
8 raised to 30.
an Austin legend, Dirty Dan.
4 calls. 30.
Cam and I are back here, away from the stream, on a delay.
Jack, you gotta get your
None of the
phone.
players on the stream have their phones, so security is important
4 check.
here.
8 check to the turn.
And looks like this hand, neither player really has anything. Probably first
To the river.
to bet would take it down. But they may just check it.
Check.
He does
Check.
get a check,
Showdown.
and Daniel with the king high, it looks like.
King high. Winner.
Yeah, in a spot like that, you got the king high is probably going to be good.
Yeah, no reason to bet and get called by a small player and just throw away money.
No, no doubt.
Margarita.
Who's like to have it?
I think
I'll buy
beer,
it.
you got one. Yeah, right. I think he said there was beer in the fridge. I'll take some chips. not sent that to the store.
Alright, a bomb pot.
It'd be in the fridge. Is there?
You know, we get margaritas from Bonaire.
And Margaret's on there. Brand new house. Alright, margarita.
Burn, first flop.
We are at the Red Star Social in Austin, Texas. We're right here at 183 and Burnett Road.
Fan him out.
Incidentally,
First board good.
I actually used to live right behind here, Cam.
Alright, bring it down. Second board.
Nice, yeah, it's a good spot in Austin. Oh, looks like we are trying another bomb pot. They want to play some bomb
Five
pots,
of diamonds, nine of clubs.
so see what happens. All right, we've got. Looks like Kelly's acting first.
Check, five check,
with-
six check, five check.
He flopped top set on the top board.
Overpair working.
Daniel is going to be the one who goes ahead and bets out here. He's got an open ender on the top board and a pretty big nothing ball on the bottom board, it looks like. Rooney flopped the straight though on that bottom board. Now, there are two clubs to be worried about though.
He doesn't know that nobody has the club draw, and having played quite a few bomb pots myself, I can tell you that they can get wild.
Bring it down.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, see, that's a pretty good.
Three of hearts.
Oh, I see how we're doing it now. Sorry guys, bear with us as we're learning how these
Three bets.
the double board bomb pots are gonna work for the stream also. I thought that king was going onto the top board based on just watching the run out, but Kelly is gonna bet and take that one down.
Yeah, I think that's in relation to the RFID readings.
Correct.
Yeah.
We can only read one board at a time. So to do the double board bomb pots like that, you have to put the cards up in the first board correctly into the RFID reader, and then bring it down, and then the second one will be staying there. So all good. It looks like we're kind of figuring it out as we go. Also.
Yeah, and those
Huh?
bomb pots
Time out, everybody.
are played
What do you say?
where everybody puts in, I believe they're doing a $5 ante here.
Yeah, I believe it's just a $5 ante. It seemed like, I think that pot was 35 whenever he potted it
Alright,
there.
cool.
And then we'll go straight to two flops, and
Yeah.
the
Six call, seven.
betting is pot limit
Eight
Omaha
raised to 30.
rather than hold'em. You have to use two cards from your hand. You can use any two cards on either board.
One.
If you win both boards, you scoop the pot. If you win one of the boards, you
Call.
chop.
Two fold.
Half pot, yep. And if you win one of the boards, but somebody has the same hand as you on that board, like the same straight,
C3 raised.
probably gonna just get a quarter of it. We got a big hand already developing here. We had Alex had limped.
Yeah, and Casey is now joined here in the one seat.
Yeah, in his very first hand, he picks up ace king. He just calls,
One, raise all in.
and they're gonna get it all in. It looks like Casey and Kelly. Classic race with ace king versus tens.
Two times.
And
They
they're
said they
gonna
want me
run
to
it
fan out
twice,
the
I
cards in
believe.
all situations.
So we have pocket
Okay, two
tens for
times.
Kelly. And Casey all in first hand for 300
Okay.
bucks.
Yeah,
Top corner.
it's always fun when you're coming in into a game and you sit right down into a big hand. And he's gonna flop a king on this first board. But
Spades are
spades are live here.
Yep.
And they don't come though.
Next one.
So Casey gonna win the first one.
Alright, next one.
And then 10 right in the window for Kelly, so they're gonna chop that one.
Yep, he is safe there.
Or
Or
no, he is okay.
even top two pair will not be beating a full house. Here.
Poker's so cool, right? Like, why do you have to give us the ace king run out there when we're already losing? It's just not fair.
Or no, give him 10. Give him 10.
Check till this game away.
They're gonna chop that one up.
Try nice first name.
Casey's hometown is Montgomery, Texas. He claims he has no poker experience. I'm not sure that's totally true.
I mean, yeah.
I've definitely played poker with him before, so maybe minimal poker experience, if that's what he's trying to imply. But
Our seat 8 Daniel also claims zero poker experience. I think that
mean-
might be a bit of a fib, but
Ron.
some poker players are known to not always tell the truth when they come to a poker table. I don't know if you've experienced that at all, Kim.
I've actually witnessed you do that many times. I think so.
Yeah, the reckless Ron late at night.
Can get quite reckless. In
Yep.
fact,
7 called, 8 folded, 1 folded.
graphics are just catching up to us here.
Called, 3 raised,
Rooney's
20.
gonna limp in.
Cool.
Kelly with king deuce off, but the
Four,
almighty
call,
powerful
20.
dealer
5
button
fold, 7
makes it
fold,
20. So
2 call.
Just gonna go ahead and get after it a little bit with the
Three
king
plays.
deuce
yeah,
off.
I like to see it. I like to see it. These guys,
Forward,
they're on camera.
2 the flop.
They want to show off a little bit.
Nobody has anything here really. Ace high currently in the lead.
Ace high in the lead, but Kelly really has the betting lead here.
Yeah, we could probably take it down, but continuation of that.
He decides to check.
That's probably going to be the end of it for him. I expect that Rooney's going to bet.
Bet 35, 3 fold,
Yep.
4
There
fold.
we go. Yeah, if Kelly would have just put out a C bet right there, I think he takes it down. Doesn't even have to be a very big bet. You know, he made it 20 pre, and so there was 60 bucks out there. He could have put another 15 or 20 bucks out there and taken it down on the flop, but decides to check back, and Rooney gets there with the ace, unfortunately for him.
Can't get enough of those.
I know, right?
Bomb pot expert. I think you need
We're
that
playing
shirt.
poker we don't do.
Self-proclaimed best bomb pot player in Austin.
What's up, dude?
Oh, there's Dirty coming in. And I do take
On my
a
own.
particular amount of pride in my bomb pot play. I was able to get out to one
Hold
World
on.
Series of Poker event this year, and that
I'm
was
out of
the
buddy.
double board bomb pot event. I saw quite a few faces from the Austin, Texas poker scene out there because we play some bomb pots down here.
7,
Yes, we do.
7 fold, 8 raised to 30, 1 fold.
I like to think anytime I play bomb pots with players from basically anywhere in the country or the world for that matter, that
Fold, 5
we
fold.
have a huge advantage in bomb pots in general. Not to say that
2 players.
all of us are as good as you, but
All right, going to a flop here.
2 bets, 25.
Rooney flops a flush draw. It's on a paired board though. He's gonna go ahead and bet and take that down.
Little softer.
So Rooney, who is, I think he only started out with 300, if I remember correctly. Not sure if we have that info on hand, but
On his sheet for his introduction, I think I mentioned that he is from Mexico. Hobbies are soccer, and his poker experience is, quote, fishy.
I mean,
Oh yeah, you gotta get your phone.
he wanted the table to know that, he could just tell him. Oh, Dirty walked in and he's immediately trying to make a phone call. What is he doing?
You know,
Give us your phone, dude.
that is just so dirty. Think
So
the
typical.
rules don't apply to him.
So typical.
Just trying to blow us up right away with breaking the rules.
Did Dirty come in for 420? Fucking typical Dirty move.
Yeah, no significance there.
Daniel's gonna bump it up with Ace Queen. I like Daniel. Daniel just anytime he plays a hand, he's just 10x. No.
All right, gonna get a call here from King Queen of Diamonds. Fairly reasonable calling hand.
Both players with overcards to this flop, and yeah, hand not really enough of it. The one diamond.
Key card.
I like Daniel. Every time we've watched a hand from him, he just shows a card. Every time. Every time he wins the pot, chips are being pushed, and doesn't matter if the pot was $4 or $100 so far, but he shows a card and makes sure everybody is. Did you see my queen? Did you see it? I had a queen.
Yeah, very key card. How do you feel about showing cards after a hand, Nixon?
I mean, generally speaking, I'm not a fan, but a lot of times we can do it to attempt to tilt other players at the table, maybe somebody who was in the hand that folded or whatever, just to show a bluff.
Kelly gonna open it up here with jacks. A nice hand.
The jiggities, so to speak.
And so we get one caller here. from Daniel.
We got Daniel coming
Right.
9-7, and he flops top pair.
Might find himself in a little trouble here.
He does have backdoor straight draws. That's not gonna help him out with that. Kelly gonna continue betting here, make it 100 into 81. So, but Daniel,
Whip call.
he thinks he has the best hand with a 9, and he's looking for 2 outs. It looks like, and that's not one of them.
What sizing is Kelly gonna choose here? All of our players have been acting fairly quickly, which is
That's always nice, especially when we're on the first night of this stream. Things aren't really going as smoothly as we'd like necessarily. It looks like he went with 150, I think, and he's probably gonna get snapped. Yeah, 175. I imagine Daniel's gonna call pretty quick. Yeah, he's gonna see the bad news, but
top pair no good. That pot is going to Kelly.
a welcome sight for Kelly after losing the first bomb pot and adding on immediately. So
And Dirty's back, and phone should be locked away now.
yeah, again, guys, if y'all are listening and tuning in, we appreciate it. And we're just starting out. We are taking measures to prevent any sort of cheating in live stream games. We don't need a Mike Costa situation, so players do not have their phones on them, so there's no way to communicate outside of the room to anybody.
And Cameron and I are on the 30-minute delay. We are watching this with you.
Alex with the ace jack suited makes the call.
We drank it all this.
And Kelly had opened it queen nine suited. So Kelly getting after it dirty, gonna make the call too with pocket sixes. So
Going looking for the set.
we're going 5 ways to a flop. Sixes are in the lead right now. betting after it got checked to him. Looks like he's gonna come out with 60. 65, he says.
Quick call.
Another snap call. Daniels maybe acts faster than any other player I've ever seen. Oh, Jack turns two pair. There are 3 diamonds on board though.
Might keep things from getting too out of hand here.
He bets big. 175 there on that turn. Daniel actually makes it a quick fold, so good lay down by Daniel.
Very nice lay down. Diamond being something that's helping him make that decision.
Yeah, for sure the diamond,
especially the sizing too. There.
the sizing and the diamond both just help him get away.
I know, but they need a recount.
Looks like there's a quick count of Jack stacked to just get back to
26.
the right numbers.
Yep.
And this looks like we're coming up to a bomb pot here. I see some $5 Andes out there. The bomb pots are double board, PLO, and they are doing them when the bomb pot, which you see sitting on top of the normal dealer button, crosses. So it looks like it will be every 9 hands.
Yeah, every orbit basically is what we call that run.
Oh, is that your sophisticated poker terminology coming out, Cam? Boy, I'm gonna ask for a better person to be back here with. Hopefully we get these graphics cleared up. And
These bomb pots are a little bit tough for us to follow and to commentate at all, so we'll do our best. The action goes pretty quick, so bear with us trying to give you guys the action. So when you see the first board, King 5 Deuce, all spades. It's going to be our bottom board, so to speak. And then we see 7-6-3 with 2 clubs on the top board. One big thing I wanna mention in bomb pots, and I hear people do this all the time, is they call the top board the bottom board and the bottom board the top board, and usually it has to do with where they're sitting at the table. But the way that I do it, and most people I know, what I was taught was the quote unquote correct way is that the bottom board is the board closest to the dealer, and the top board is the board away from the dealer. So
And it looks like Jack has a nut flush here.
yeah, and aces with the ace of spades, so kind of a key card. Alex though with the jack high flush on that bottom board, I don't think he'll be going anywhere. And Dirty will be just waving the white flag here at this point.
Yeah, no real change on those rivers.
Check.
But I think
Did we maybe have a misread on cards there? I'm wondering because I don't see
maybe,
any way-
yeah.
I don't see any way
There's
that
no way that he folded the aces.
Yeah, with the ace of clubs and the ace of spades. That just doesn't seem right. Unless he misread his hand.
He could have misread his hand. And maybe he was out before. Maybe he was out on the flop though, and
And I got king queen.
just didn't understand what he had necessarily.
Yeah, and he hadn't made the clubs on the flop.
Correct. But you'd like to think that with what I thought the action was, I thought it checked through on the flop, right? I believe so.
Yeah, again,
thought-
folks, just kind of bear with us here as we sort through some of the technical difficulties and the bomb pots being a little bit difficult to keep up with.
But now we are back to Hold'em again. 1-3 Hold'em. Ron, run us through your poker experience. We've talked a little bit about how these guys have all said they don't have any poker experience, basically.
Well,
started playing poker when I was about 14 years old in a basement in Michigan, and I can tell you that was quite a long while ago. I've got a lot of experience. I happened to live in Vegas during the Moneymaker poker boom. I was out there from 2004 to 2007 and played a ton of cash games, mainly Bellagio, where I was a regular in the 5, 10, and 20 limit in the mid 2000s. Those are now some of the toughest games to beat. The quality of player has evolved greatly over the last 20 years. There's just so much more information out there. Players are quite a bit better. However, in the mid 2000s, it was really a fun time to play poker in Vegas. That was when the Magician and Phil Hellmuth and Daniel Negreanu, some of those guys obviously are still playing and quite famous. You had all kinds of people coming to the Bellagio poker. When I played poker during NBA All-Star Weekend with tons of celebrities at the Bellagio. Nelly walking through with his entourage and sitting down with stacks of hundreds. It was really a wild, fun time actually. And, eventually I moved to Austin, started a business, and pretty much quit poker.
I know, I was calling for it.
Then the poker rooms here became legal. Actually, there was just a big bit of legal wrangling that was settled in Dallas that really clears up any potential misunderstandings or confusion about running poker rooms in the state of Texas.
Yes. We'll definitely talk some about that. It's just a lot of people ask me all the time how it's legal, what's going on, and the answer is it's basically in a gray area or a loophole in the law in Texas that allows you to run a poker club or poker room without taking rake from the games, and you just are a member of the club, much like a country club membership that you pay to be a member, etc. Anything like that. So that's basically how the law works.
Yep. There's membership fees. They're not taking money out of the pot, which is normally how the casinos in Vegas facilitate their games. There are not casinos in Vegas. There's a lot of legal wrangling right now and lobbying about whether we might someday have casinos in Texas.
Oh, it'll happen eventually, I feel like. But, I think that's, well, a lot of people say it's pretty close. I think it's still about 8 or 10 years down the road, if at all. But you never know. The political climate locally in the state could vastly change. You just really never know. For now, what we have in Texas is just fantastic. And again, I gotta chime in and mention Daniel here. He's got ace-9 off, and he just opens to 50. He's not messing around with his sizes right here.
No, and he's going to get a fairly loose call from the Jack-6 club, so I expect if Daniel just goes ahead and bets.
Vito's looking like he's going to take the lead here. He says, Daniel, I don't believe you have it. I don't have it, but you don't either. And he takes the pot down with that lead, so it's a nice little play by Vito there.
And when you're heads up and hold'em, a lot of times you're just going to miss the flop, and you have to navigate from there. So having that betting lead is important. And Vito just says, no, I'm going to take that betting lead away from you.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize, like, one of my favorite statistics, basically, that you learn just as you start to study and learn the game of poker, is Ace King will only flop top pair or better, like just under a third of the time, right? So
After the game, while you're
immediately getting it after it with Ace 4 offsuit, just raising it up to 50. And we are gonna see another pot Jack. Jack has King Jack.
with the limp call too.
Actually,
not really
I
a
heard
play
that's-
that I like very much.
Well, that's whatever, but I heard that's your favorite hand, right? Jacking off?
My friend, this professional live stream will not have any of that nonsense here. Makes the wheel. Ace four shows it. Jack.
Sometimes you get gifted though when you you kind of spew, you kind of go crazy. Ace 4 off, like boom. What do you know? Here's a wheel for you, and that's really good in this game sometimes.
It's fun when you have those super disguised hands, but also you like when the other players have something to pay us. I haven't seen any huge pots that were all ins since that.
No, just the
Early
flip,
action.
the flip with the tens versus the Ace King so far.
I suspect these guys are warming to the task, though.
Here we
Daniel's
go.
really driving.
Here we go. He is driving.
He is driving action.
And Dirty's gotta love it. This dude is opening 50 every hand. So yeah, he's having a great time. He's opening 50 every hand. Look, Dirty sees his cards. He's like, wow, this is perfect. I'm to his left. All I have to do is wait and find a hand.
Yeah, he's just that frog on the lily pad there, waiting for the meal to come by. Gutter ball and ace high.
Queen of 7 every time.
Taking it down.
Seven, eight, suited. I'll line it up twice because I was thinking I was just gonna participate in the stream, but I was like, it's the whole. Whatever you do.
Honestly, I would have been six, and then I would have been so there's so many something off.
And we see Daniel actually fold. So Dirty gonna take the opportunity to get after it. He's being a little quiet so far, and he's gonna make a pretty standard sized raise in a game like this. Here is 15.
Yeah, you're normally going to see in these 1-2 and 1-3 games in Texas a lot of opens to about the 10 to 20 range.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, like in a 1-2 game, I think the standard opening lately is 15. Sometimes 10, 12, but 15. Dirty's gonna go ahead and delay c-bet this board with his 9. He knows he's good. Take that down. Nobody has anything really to fight back with.
And Dirty's quite the character. Cameron and I both have a lot of hours playing with Dirty in the tournament streets and
Mostly a tournament,
games,
mostly a
but
tournament player. He's been a staple in the Austin poker scene for 25 years now. He's told me, we've talked about the games he was playing when he was 16, 17.
home game scene here before the clubs became a thing and the legislation was clarified. And so now we have quite a few clubs in Austin and throughout Texas. There's some action in Dallas.
And
There's plenty of action in
Dirty
Houston.
is waking up with Cowboys here, and I think there was a straddle to 10 from Daniel to his right. So he just flats, and so far everybody else is calling. And
Dirty.
This is a nightmare, but did he play it perfect? Yes, he did. Yes, exactly what he was getting into, and Daniels makes it 125 with Jack 7 suited. Dirty.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him
Dirty
shove.
just
That's exactly what he's gonna do. That's
I
exactly
mean,
what
he
he's
loves the spot. He knows, and he is loving it. Everybody else is going to be. Well, Rooney actually has a decent decision here. He's got 9s, but based on what I've seen from him, I don't think that he's going to go with the 9s here. We're going to find out.
He might find it.
He's going to make a. He's got a decision.
Like I said, Dirty, just that frog on the lily pad, just waiting for the meal to come by, and limps in with the kings and has the table measured.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 fold, 3 fold, 4 fold, 5 fold, 6 fold.
Apologies if our commentary was a little bit low on volume.
Dirty turns it over and just shows the single king. So there we go.
All right.
9 on the right.
We are also moving a little bit closer to our mics here, back in our booth where we are watching away from the action on a 30-minute delay. And that is not going to help Daniel at all. And that one's over.
Dirty taking down that one. I didn't see. They may be running it twice, though. No, I think they ran it one time. So Dirty gonna take all of Daniel's chips there, and Daniel reaching in his pocket for some rebuy money. It's always nice to see chips go in the direction of your buddies, though.
Yep. And we thank you for joining us tonight. Probably not a whole lot of you, since this is, again, our first stream, and we're hoping to get some good content, some good poker action.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll continue to work on the audio and the card reading and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, no doubt, and I appreciate all you guys bearing with us, like we've said so many times already. Lifted Llama, appreciate the volume comment. We are learning this system, and the tips that you have and the comments that you have are going to help us get better for y'all. So appreciate that.
And I suspect this game is going to continue to loosen up as we go here.
I think so. I think that, like I said, I don't know much about Daniel in Seed 8, but from what I've seen, he wants to get after it, and I don't know that he cares that much about money.
You know, having lived and played in the Texas poker scene for the last few years, it seems that there's a lot of people that don't care about money here.
Well, that is also true, but there are some players that have a bigger disregard for money than others. That's a fact.
I feel like I play with some players who are just looking for an opportunity to put a bad beat on people. They just are actually out there fishing for a chance to put a bad beat.
Absolutely, that's true. And see, I actually really like this play from Daniel in the big blind is a really nice squeeze. I think he could have even gone a little bit bigger, but
yeah, it's not going to work here. I think he's
going to get called in every spot, I think. So,
yep.
But I like the idea behind it, though. You know, ace six of clubs is a pretty good hand, I think, to use here. And he flops top pair
And it's actually ahead.
and is ahead of everything. Casey with a gutter, though. Kelly with just ace high.
He just
He piles it.
Is that right?
He just piles it, it looks like. And Casey making the call behind, actually.
Quick
by a
call with
lot.
Forrest there.
He's got some outs. He needs a 3 or 4, but
He's seen some
is.
plays from Daniel
Yeah,
so
he was-
far
he was
and
seeing
is
some
reacting.
yeah, I don't blame him at all for going with 4s. And Daniel's face just now is, he was like, "What in the world? Why would you call me with 4s?" And
Picks up some
picks
extra
up
outs
outs.
here. Yep, he sure does.
and it comes too.
Were they running it twice, or are they just one time here? But Casey has gotten lucky here from behind.
I think they were running it twice. Yep. And so they are gonna chop it up. Luckily for Daniel that they ran it twice, but yeah, that nasty 4 on the river there on that first board.
Always fun to win that first board, especially when you were behind. That is a very comforting feeling when you make a bit of a boo-boo
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
get bailed out by the deck.
No doubt. What do you think about running it twice, Ron? Or running it once, running it twice? What's your opinion there?
I usually tell people that I'm open for some discussion. I don't have what I would call an official policy. I don't tend to base it on my cards. Occasionally, especially in Omaha, I might be a little bit more apt to discuss running it twice. And running it twice is fairly common down here in Texas, especially in the Omaha games. As far as Hold'em, there's some people who are just rock solid always once, and I totally respect that. I enjoy the purity of that. We're off to a bomb pot here, so we will get you that action and try to catch up here.
We got a few aces out there. Nobody with a straight on that bottom board, though, yet. Vito does have a set of deuces, though, and a gutter to the wheel with his ace deuce,
Yeah,
which
very
is also top pair. So he
Very
puts out a
reasonable-
bet.
a very
and-
reasonable bet there.
Yeah, no doubt. And he takes it down. So nice. We are on to the next. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. The purity of the game comes from, running it once. Running it twice was invented in the home game scene so that players wouldn't go broke and leave the game, right? You want the dude with all the money not to just give it away to the pro, but to stay for 3-4 more hours and pay you the rake and also divvy up the money among the other players, not just in that one spot. So I think that's kind of how that started years and years ago.
Sure, and it doesn't change the equity. If you're ahead, you're ahead.
It changes nothing about the equity. At least that's what they say. I swear, though, if I pick twice, it definitely changes the equity.
Well,
If I pick once, it for sure changes the equity. If I was ahead and I pick once, I'd definitely lose like 15% of my equity just off the bat right there.
you're not as good at poker as you think.
That might be a factor on. but also, all right, I have no comeback.
Yeah. If you can ever get on a table in these 1-2 or 1-3 streets down in Texas with Cameron Mixon and me, I promise we will have some drinks and have a good time.
We'll have a grand old time with you. Come on down. And we're going to be trying to do this stream, guys, every week at least right now, going forward. And I think we're going to kind of lock up this Wednesday night slot. So if you are interested in playing this stream, you can reach out to myself on Instagram right now. I'm at Mixon Poker. That's Mixson Poker. And I'll get back to you and we'll have a little conversation about when we can get you in the game if you're going to be around. So
And this Wednesday night slot might conflict with my hockey league.
nobody cares about your plans, buddy. Come on.
My plans are obviously the most important thing, not the deuce 7 suited that Daniel's playing here.
That's fine. I won't have you in the booth every time, but I will be the head commentator for the most part going forward here, guys. So just be looking out for more of these streams coming up, and we'll have a good time. We'll have a fun watch and create a nice community here.
Yeah, there's lots of room for poker rooms here in Texas, and having some diversity in the streams and the rooms and the game selection, and
I think that is a really good thing for not only players, but operators, poker room operators, and the industry workers as well, right? To have the option to work in different rooms, to play in different rooms. There's a huge bit of competition too that is going on, not only just in Austin but all around Texas in general, and so it is creating this
great environment for the players is what I would say.
no doubt. I mean, it's
Houston,
best, it's best for
Dallas.
the players, no doubt. The main takeaway is it's best for us, the players. So
I remember in the pre-COVID days when the rooms were really just taking off around the Austin area.
yeah.
And I was living right near the Domain. We are just down the street from the Domain in Austin, Texas. And I looked at my phone, and within 5 miles of my house, there were 6 different rooms and 30, 40 games running. And I had moved away from Vegas in 2007 and been in Austin, Texas ever since then. And I thought to myself, how are there 6 poker rooms where when I moved here there was absolutely 0, and now there's 6 rooms, 30, 40 games, tournaments every night, all denominations, and this was actually one of my favorite places to play, very convenient to the Domain, as I said, and getting back to the action there, Fido's going to take one down.
Looks like Jack's done with his massage. Personally, I'm not a guy that likes to get a massage at the table, but you see it constantly in the poker rooms, not just here, but all over in Vegas, especially. A lot of guys just taking the stress away, I think Dirty so far probably is up the most. He was only in for 420, and he's sitting on at least 850 right there. And he's gonna open this hand with Jack 8 offsuit to 15. Rooney in the 2 seed on the button, waking up with the Rockets. He goes ahead and makes it 45. Dirty gonna make the call. So we're gonna go heads up. And Dirty luckily whiffs here. And he's gonna be able to make a pretty easy fold, I think, to this C-bet from Rooney. Yeah, Rooney takes down another. And Dirty with King 10 now. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to open at 15, I imagine. Yeah, there you go. And that's one thing that you'll see the best players in Hold'em, particularly, that when they are playing hands, they typically, if they're first into the pot and raising, they're going to make it the same amount, right? You see Dirty, every time that he's open, it's $15, right? That means nobody is getting a read from how much he is making his bet, because he's making it $15 with aces. He's making it $15 with 7 deuce offsuit. So
Yeah, and as we join this action here, Casey flops the nuts there and makes a very large sizing with the 5-7. That's probably because he was a little scared of the potential flush draw out there.
Yeah.
He's just trying to take it down, but I'd like to see a little bit smaller bet there, if I'm being honest, or maybe
No doubt.
maybe even a check, because we can go ahead and give a little rope there, and
yeah, give them some rope and let them bluff it off into you when you have the nuts, right?
we certainly just don't flop the nut straight often enough to only want to take down a single raised pot.
Yep.
Vito with some cowboys here. You know, to spice things up, we might have to find some action back here in the booth. Cam and I have been known for a little prop bet or two over the years, and
All right, deal. Well, I don't think this is a hand, but I'll start making some bets against you. You better get a sheet to tally it up, so we know how much you owe me, though.
LOL is all I can say to that. Why don't you tell the audience how our red black for drinks bets have gone over the last, let's call it 50 times that we've been at a table
I
together.
bet you've probably won 45 of them.
I'm really good at those
You're
flips.
really good at flips.
I'm really good at those flips.
You're really good at those flips.
Now-
You're really bad at poker flips, though. Like you should.
I'm working on my flip game. I am absolutely working on my flip game. I've been at home with coins. I've been trying to guess the color that my son is thinking of, you know, just all kinds of stuff to, you know, really try to dial it in.
And then Jack with the jacks. Here we go. Hand folds, but Daniel, you know he's gonna be in there.
A little
Daniel made
suited-
it.
a little
Daniel
suited
made
connector.
it 20, 25, and Jack just called with jacks. So,
And
just check on the flop.
Daniel might be able to take this down if he gets after it there. The red jacks
There it
aren't going to
is.
feel super comfortable.
There it is. Yeah.
But
Uh-oh.
I think Jack has
Jack-
has he seen enough from Daniel that he
I
wants
don't know.
to?
He was reaching for chips. And then he
Yeah,
looked back.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then he thought better of it.
I think he was in his head thinking like, oh, I've got jacks. Maybe I have the jack of spades. Wait, do I have the jack of spades? And then he put the chips back down and looked. He's like, I have red jacks. This is pretty miserable.
I think that's exactly what went through his head there. No spades, and obviously that ace looming large. But good play from Daniel. Just
Yeah,
takes it
he's-
down with the worst of it.
He's very clearly the
Aggressor. He
most
is the-
aggressive
yeah.
player at this table. He's getting after it. Love to see it. He's great for this game. I like it. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, and the action all across Texas is pretty tremendous.
It is booming. I mean, I'm sure that folks have been hearing it from all across the country for 5+ years now. And oh, it looks like we got a bomb pot, by the way.
Yep. Double board PLO for those who are not familiar. That's pot limit Omaha. Must use exactly two cards from your hand, and there are going to be two boards. We are straight to the flop. And as you so eloquently mentioned, I am the bomb pot authority.
Yep. I already see Ham flopping a straight on the bottom board. Not the nut straight, though.
We've got Jack with aces. We've got some trip queens out there for Fido. Fido's got the trip.
Fido's got the trip queens with the ace.
Oh, and Alex too is
Oh,
there
so
with the queen
we could see a little clash here.
and some
bit of a
spades. Gotta like that. Ace,
Fido gonna
ace.
go ahead and bet the pot. Alex is making the call with the queen.
Yeah, with the nut flush draw there. Ace, ace, 5, 8.
Yeah, he's got a big hand on that board. He does have a 5 on the other board, with I suppose a backdoor straight draw on the other board.
All right, that king is not going to change a lot. It does give
It gives
Alex some.
straight draw.
Yeah,
Alex,
that's a
though.
little.
He gets
It's a
an
little bit of
open-ender.
equity that he does not want to hit
Although-
that ace, though. He does not
although-
want to hit that ace.
Yeah, there's only.
I think the ace is actually
I think it's
dead. I
dead.
believe the ace is dead, so he's going to be safe there.
I think he folded. Yeah, he let it go. Fido bet 100, and Alex let it go. Jack makes the call though. And Jack looks like he walks into
Straight, I believe, there with the
right
5,
yeah,
8.
5-8. It's his straight, and then he has aces. The aces on the top, but
This is going to be a chop pot if they show it down.
they do just check, and they're gonna chop that up. So another bomb pot. For those of you watching that maybe don't play live poker all that often, and you're just watching, or maybe you're supporting somebody at the table, we appreciate that, and maybe you can learn a thing or two here, and also especially watching in these bomb pots. You know, it's a little tough to follow, but they do happen typically in Texas at even at you know, the smallest stakes, 1-2 or 1-3 hold'em tables. They usually happen every dealer change. So about every 30 minutes, you're gonna get a bomb pot when a new dealer sits down, and that's basically standard at every room I've played at across the state. So you are playing those hands. If you play a 4-hour session, you play eight bomb pots basically, right? So it is important to learn and to watch just the flow of the game, how bomb pots work, how the card distribution can work, and see, you know, what happens with one board versus another, etc.
I'll let the audience know that we are going to take a 5-minute break after hand number 40, I believe, is what I was told.
Yeah, we got a little while.
Yep.
That's just to give the dealer a break. And we got a hand brewing here. We've got Daniel with the 8s. We got Dirty with 4s. I can see a flop. Nobody's gonna hit a set, but we got
A couple people here with top pair, so could be a little bit of trouble for Jack. Seems to be fairly reasonable and a little bit on the.
he's a little bit on the tighter side so far, but
Yeah.
he plays just kind of reasonable and seems to be playing pretty smart, honestly, in my opinion. Not necessarily like super tight, but they are gonna go to a turn Alex and Jack here. 6 of diamonds, actually a pretty good card for Jack. Gives him a bunch of extra outs now.
Yeah, he's got some
And he's
chop out.
He snap calls with that diamond out there, and that's not one of his chop outs.
No, I think they'll just show this
gonna
down
show it
here,
down.
and
Alex is gonna win, I think, his first pot of the day, at least his first decent sized one for sure.
yeah. Alex and Ham have been a little bit quiet so far, but in just a short amount of hands. I think that was our 34th or 35th hand of the night. Not really a big sample size here, so
No, not really enough to say any one which way. That's one of my favorite things, though, is I'm sure some of you guys listening and watching have played poker online, and you see a lot of people play online poker and just complain about the runouts and how unlucky it is and that it's rigged, blah, blah, blah. But one thing that people fail to realize is that you are seeing in playing online poker a much more vast amount of hands in the same amount of time as you are at a live poker table, right? And so even in, like, this hand has been a little slower just because we're getting, or this game, sorry, has been a little slower just because we're getting it off the ground and running tonight. There's been some difficulties, and we're caught up now. It's moving a lot more smoothly. But typically, you know, in a normal game, normal 1-2 game, or a normal, you know, low stakes tournament, you're maybe seeing what, 20 to 40 hands in an hour, like 20 hands a half hour if you're lucky. 15 to 20 probably.
yeah, I would say probably standard is maybe a 2-minute or so average, so
Yeah.
about 30 hands an hour.
30 an hour is 25 to 30 probably is my guess. But
And we've been going here somewhat close to that pace. I think we've been on for about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit over an hour and change, and we're already through 35, so we're not too far behind, and that's pretty good with considering. It does help when we have Daniel playing. He takes about 4 milliseconds to make every decision, so But all these guys have been acting fast. There's nobody tanking. Everybody's been pretty good for the game. I'd like to see some big hands come up and see some more bluffs. I think you might have been out of the room when Kelly made a big bluff. And I was fixing something, so I was kind of distracted and didn't see the all the action. But
Yeah, I can tell you that I may have been grabbing us a couple White Claws at that moment. Cameron and I just back here talking a little poker, having a couple White Claws, and seeing if we can work the kinks out in this stream.
yeah, we got some people watching live right now, so let us know if you're watching somebody who you're rooting for,
Gonna flop
who you're
straight
who you're
here.
supporting.
And a top pair, so there could be a little
Alex.
bit of action in this one.
And
Maybe one of those
Alex.
collisions we were talking about.
Exactly what we were looking for. Alex does just slow play it and make the call here, but Kelly with top, and a deuce is a very brick of a card, and he's just betting small again. Now Alex needs to go in for the kill here. Yeah, he does. He's gonna make it 75, it looks like.
And that'll be Casey's exit. Fairly easy exit, even with the bottom pair and the open ender. So Casey will exit, but
Kelly's still
yeah,
he lays it down. I'm surprised.
That's a nice lay down there.
It's a very nice laydown. It's very tight in my opinion, but
And
I'm
if
not
you're
laying that down. I'm definitely calling and seeing a river for sure. I'm probably not going to call much on the river, but
looking at a little bit more high level analysis, though, he does have the ace of clubs there, so that would lend itself to thinking that the other guy probably doesn't have a nut flush draw and
For sure.
likely isn't bluffing there. So
for sure, and
he's going to be weighted on that board to things like sets. Probably not sets, but definitely two pairs.
not to mention moments ago when I was mentioning.
Not to mention, but you're going to
Alex-
mention it anyway.
that Alex.
Thanks,
was-
Cam. That's high level. That's high level analysis, and that's what we're here for.
Well, that's what we're here for. But that Alex was playing a little bit more on the tighter side, so perhaps Kelly has kind of honed in on that, and he is making a sort of what we call an exploit fold based on that information, right?
Yeah, and I know nobody's prying top pair, top kicker out of your hands. They'd need a
they're-
chainsaw to get
they're-
top pair, top kicker
they're-
out of your
They are
hands.
not, buddy. Not in that spot. Not in that spot. I will say.
I'll be honest. It was a good fold. I'm
It
not.
was a great fold.
I'm
It was a
not
great
sure.
fold.
I'm not sure how I would have played that. Maybe
I know how I would have played it. I would not have folded on that turn. I would have at least tried to see if I could hit a king on the river, and I probably would have hit an ace and then been stuck in the pot and been miserable when I got shown 9-8 because I know that was be the hand that Alex had.
Right. You
Look
get
at
you
that.
just get shown a 9-8.
Daniel going big here. And does Kelly have thoughts? Kelly has thoughts. Look at this.
Oh,
We're gonna see
okay.
a big bluff here, I think.
he's got it teed
I like
up.
it. I like it.
He's got it teed up. Will it
Against-
work?
against Daniel.
It should work. It should
but
work.
I don't know. I don't know that it's gonna work here. I think that Daniel's gonna find the call here.
You
All
think
right,
he's gonna find
let's
the call?
make a bet.
All right. I say it's gonna work.
I think that it's not gonna work.
All right.
God dang it!
Well, buddy,
I really suck at flipping with you.
I'll just take another drink.
Golly.
Maybe we'll head next door to the Pluckers Wing Bar, one of the highest rated wing joints in the entire country, I think. And
Is it really?
I believe it is.
Who
actually.
made that rating?
I'm not sure.
Chickens?
I like Pluckers.
Fuckers is fine.
I like Pluckers. I think they've got a
They've got
decent
decent
product, and their They're right here, just a couple doors down from the Red Star Social at 183 and
They have a decent
Burnett Road.
product, I will say.
Straddles on live. Six.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I think like my favorite wing sauces though, I gotta go with, and I'm not saying like these are my favorite product, but dude, the Asian zing sauce that's at Buffalo Wild Wings, that is a fire wing sauce. That shit is delicious.
Five. Four. Six.
Yeah, it's interesting you.
Wingstop, the mango habanero Wingstop, incredible. Garlic parm at Wingstop, ooh.
I was a long time big fan of the Buffalo Wild Wings. I was a frequent diner at the Buffalo Wild Wings on the west side of Las Vegas in the mid 2000s and really enjoyed heading over there for trivia nights.
What kind of questions did they ask you over there at trivia night at Buffalo Wild Wings on the west side of Las Vegas?
Well, it was the electronic bar trivia, and Ron was well known as a crusher in the trivia
You know what?
land.
I
Are you
gotta-
surprised by that?
No,
Because
I'm
you
not.
shouldn't be.
I'm not really that surprised, but I bet the questions were easy.
I've got a lot of useless knowledge, pal.
I bet
Don't
you-
test me on useless knowledge.
I'm not surprised. I will say.
Dirty, hurry up. Dirty.
Shout out to the Buffalo Wild Wings though, back in 07, 08 probably. The little game things they had over there. You could play Texas Hold'em while you sat at your table with people in the restaurant. I don't know if you remember that, but that was a prime time in American dining experiences. Was being able to play Texas Hold'em. That's a big reason why I even play. I feel like still is.
Yeah, at some point, maybe after we take this break after hand 40.
Yeah, I think we're right there. I think
yeah,
this
we're real
is
close.
39.
Maybe we'll talk a little bit about how you got into poker, Cameron Mixon, and see what your poker story
we
is.
can do that after the break for sure.
Five players to the flop.
I know you had a few stream appearances at some different streams around the Austin area and actually had a fairly deep run a few years ago in the main event.
I did.
Unfortunately, you did not win it.
I didn't win it, unfortunately. It's a pretty tough tournament to win, it turns out.
Yeah, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi, a guy that I played a little bit with back in Vegas when he was just coming up. And really consider him great ambassador for the game, fun
He's a good
guy.
ambassador for the game, for sure. He's a fun dude. He plays everything, you know. I don't even think, like, Hold'em is not really one of the variants of poker that I don't think enjoys playing as much at all. But he went out there and just crushed it this year, huh?
He sure did. Winning that
Also-
50K mix game event, which he's won 4 times. I mean,
That's incredible. The
That's
Poker
just
Players Championship is arguably one of the hardest tournaments, in my opinion, to win, and to win it 4 times is.
you got to be good at all the different
But-
variants,
but-
and then you're also playing one of the toughest fields
It's
at
a
a
tough,
high
a
buy-in.
tough field and a high buy-in. Like, it makes it just so astronomically difficult, in my opinion. But also, my opinion is a little bit skewed because I don't really play a lot of those games. Just started getting into playing some of those games, so.
Yeah, back when I first started poker and we were playing all different kinds of things back in the basement up in Michigan.
Let me interrupt you. Is
Oh, we have
Vito
food.
making? Okay, I thought he was.
okay.
He was kind of just saving face a little bit. I thought he was maybe considering because I don't think he has any fold equity. So I thought he
No.
was maybe just considering calling with Jack High there.
Really?
No, I
Yeah.
think you're dealing.
But no, he was just saving face a little bit. I think
Is that our break? Are we there?
this may be our break.
All right. Well, if that
kinda-
is the case, we're gonna catch. Oh no,
Maybe one more.
maybe
I think one more.
one more. All right, fair enough. We can do that.
Oh, yeah, here. Oh, that's a turn off, sir. Very good.
Thank you.
I forgot. I'm sorry. It's a turn off. Is that what you're saying?
6 call, 7 fold.
I like Fido's look. He's got the sunglasses on.
9 fold, 1 fold.
He's relaxed but intense.
2 calls, 3 fold, 4 raises,
His look kind of says, just don't fuck with me, you know?
5 fold,
Yeah, they're going after this hand right now, so we're going to see this last hand.
call, 20,
And
2 fold, 2 players.
it'd be interesting. Jack and Fido with
My stack's right around. It's Sean O'Yell here.
a bunch of nothing so far. Fido has a 6, and he's going to just take it down. So we're going to take a quick break, guys. We should be back in about 5 minutes.
I hope you guys hold Killian that.
So stick around with us, and we'll see you in a sec.
Everybody be back in
Cam and I will go ahead and take our 5-minute break. The players, incidentally, are actually already back at it. Cam and I are on a 30-minute delay. And we'll see you soon. Again, we're just here on a short break, and we will be back in a few moments.
Oh, you're not coming back?
All right, the players are starting to come back from break. We're here at Red Star Social, 183 and Burnett Road in Austin, Texas. Your commentators this evening are Cameron Mixon, a fixture here, especially in the Austin poker tournament scene, and myself, Ron Hall.
AKA Reckless Ron.
Sometimes more reckless than others, but sometimes I just have to show a bluff or two, let them know that I still have it.
You have been known to show a rough here and there.
We're having a couple White Claws hosting this 1-3 no limit game with bomb pots on the every orbit when the bomb pot button and the dealer button cross. And we're having a little bit of fun having those White Claws, making some bets. So far, Cam owes me one drink next door at Pluckers after this stream. I think we're going to play for about another hour, maybe two.
Yeah. Another hour, 2 hours or so, we'll be going. So you guys stay tuned in, And please go hit the like and subscribe button. And if you guys haven't yet, we're just starting out tonight, and we really do need all the help that we can get, getting subscribers to the channel. Hitting the like button also helps us gain some visibility from the YouTube algorithm. So we'd appreciate that if y'all would. Tell your friends to tune in and go like it also.
And you think about when you're starting a channel, and this channel is pretty much brand new, and lots of people out there in the world have thought about starting a channel for whatever reason, whether it be poker or any other type of content. You just have to start, and it starts from zero. And all the other live streams basically started from zero.
Yeah. Everything starts from zero, so you never know. This could be one of the biggest in the world next.
The largest probably ever, with $1 million games here. Maybe not, but the 1-2 and 1-3 no limit hold'em here at Red Star is fun. It's a great little room, not the biggest room here in the Austin area.
No, but it's a nice size.
Very, very friendly, I would say. Always had a great time here. And the first iteration of this was actually called Austin Poker Palace. And the chairs and tables looked like they came from a flea market. And it has been remodeled. The studio's been built here, and it's only going to get better. Again, we're starting from zero, nada. And so any bit of support, any feedback is totally welcome. And if Cam and I suck tonight, feel free to tell us.
Let us know too, yeah. Just kidding, don't. It'll hurt my feelings.
Yeah, we don't want Cam crying. You should see how much he cries when he takes a bad beat. I love watching Cam take
I
bad
don't want to
beats.
hear it.
Oh my God. This guy, you should see him cry. All right, let's get back to the action.
We got Daniel flops a open ender here. Kelly with a pair of fives. He's going to get out of the way, but Alex does have middle pair, top kicker. He's got diamonds, though, and he's going to get out of the way. Daniel definitely calling here.
Daniel was not going to fold that hand.
A king would be nice here now. And Alex sees that he would have turned two pair. Yeah, I'm not sure that I love Alex's fold either, but
Daniel not giving up here, even though he is behind.
and there it is. There's
Gin.
the king that I was asking for, right? Oh, and he checks and just gets immediately a check back, unfortunately.
I think that's a card we want to go ahead and bet there with the nuts.
I think we bet that card.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind a check, but with the size of the pot, checking just seems...
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be able to get a check raise in and get called very often.
No, not at all. I think it'd be fine to lead, and I think that with the hand like Rooney had that got there, we just pretty much get a side call when we bet like 125 or whatever.
Right, and it's very likely that he could have two pairs. Certainly there he didn't, but
Sure.
he can definitely make two pair there where he's going to feel compelled.
I mean, we saw Alex fold there, and he would have had two pairs. So it's definitely would have been a spot that I think I would have led that.
I think we got a bomb pot brewing here. We got the $5 antes from every player. Jack is just rejoining
And
us.
I did get word Dirty is he is in a fantasy football draft, and so he's gonna be leaving the game, and we're gonna get a brand new player. Not sure who yet, but it'll be a secret for a little mystery player for all of us.
And this one could be fun. We've got two people with flushes, one with a straight flush draw that is not going to be live here since the four of spades is out in Kelly's hand. what else we got working?
Yeah, Fido's gonna go ahead and bet out. He's gonna go ahead and lead out with he's got a 5 on the top board and then the flush.
Yeah, Kelly has a little bit of a wrap there with the 2-4-6.
2-4-6. I don't know that.
That's probably not gonna
Probably not
go
really good
anywhere
enough.
with.
Yeah, it's probably not really good enough to be in there, and he does make the full.
Yeah. When you're in a
So-
bomb pot and one board comes
Oh, did
with
Dirty?
a
Was
flush,
it Dirty that had the spades? Was he in that hand?
I'm not 100% sure. Again, and
Ooh,
actually,
2-4 does get there. Though.
Yeah, the
Daniel
2-4
gets
does
with-
get there.
He just deuces and fours. That's pretty incredible. Look at the look on his face. I mean, he loses to 7-8. He loses to 7-4. He does have 2-4s though, so he doesn't hate that.
no, and he's got the straight flush draw there with the 2
Casey-
for a heart.
Casey
Actually,
just-
so that's a little bit of.
Yeah, Casey has to get out of the way with the with top set of kings on that board. He just knows there's no way somebody has a flush. And now Fido with only the 5 high flush and basically nothing on the other board. He's gonna have to lay this down, right?
I'm not sure. He
Yeah,
hasn't had a lot of
there he
trust
goes.
in
Yeah.
Daniel. Those two have been battling
For sure.
a decent amount
No,
tonight.
for sure. But Daniel's gonna show this for sure.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
There he
yeah.
goes.
He loves just showing that pair of deuces, and
Yeah, he knows
Yeah.
that he got away with a little bit there for sure. But he did. I mean, he did have the best hand of the players left on that top board. But
yeah, and that's one of the interesting things about bomb pots that you have to consider is how your equity is on both boards and whether you can actually drive players out.
Dirty, hurry up.
Ricky Montez about to get some V-dubs, he says in the chat, and I'd go spicy garlic, my friend. That's my favorite at B-dubs.
no, spicy garlic is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, I prefer the Asian zing over there. I think that's the. I think that's the go-to. We got Daniel making the call. He's gonna flop top. Kelly with king high. He does have a gutter to the bottom end of the straight.
How do you feel about having the bottom end of a straight?
Pretty terrible. Now he has a 3. He's looking for a 3, a 4. Nothing comes. I think that we might see Kelly make this call here, right? He's kind of like a non-believer of Daniel.
And Daniel's
No,
been known to get after it, but he does have the best hand here, and Kelly's going to get
Good
out of the
fold.
way.
Good fold.
Seems pretty reasonable.
It's a pretty standard fold, but it's a good fold given the player and the dynamic that they have a little bit.
Yeah. And we still haven't seen much from a couple people.
Yeah, not much from Ham so far.
No. And Casey's been quiet for a while, but a lot of times you're just handcuffed by the cards. And again, this is a pretty short sample size, so that is the break. Sometimes you're just card dead.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it sucks when you're card dead on a stream, because I've had it happen to me before.
I have had it happen also, and it's not fun. I've had the opposite happen though too, where I am getting cards and winning pretty much every pot.
All right. Casey with something playable.
He's just
Finally.
gonna call with the 7s. Not my preferred action to start the hand, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'd probably like to open that up to 15, but
Alex is going to go ahead and open it to 15 and the cutoff with the queen 9 of spades. Like to see that. And Daniel, again, not wasting any time. he's just going to be playing hands. I'm pretty sure we know who our VPIP leader is tonight, for sure. We got Ham with deuces now.
Yep.
Vito with a deuce. And Daniel flops a boat.
Just the king five of
Let's
clubs
see.
flopping a boat, people.
Let's see
Easy
how he
peasy.
does this. Yeah, I'm going to take a drink, and I'm going to sit there, and Casey falling right into his trap. I don't think that the way that Casey's played, I don't think that he's going to lose too much in this hand, unless you see a 7 peel off on the turn. That could be pretty spicy.
Yeah, Ham's probably just gonna go ahead and get out of the way, and
Seven-
Daniel
seven of
should
clubs.
just make the
Yeah,
make the
He's
call
gonna make the
here.
call. He's
Yeah,
gonna make the call,
that's
and he's gonna
pretty
check
standard.
the turn. I would assume. And
Oh,
it
the
comes a
deuce rolls off. What?
Oh no, Ham is killing himself. No,
Hey.
he actually leads out. Daniel just leads out, and
He might
Casey-
get called. He might
Casey-
get called here if it might be a little too
maybe a
might be a little too
non-believer,
big.
though. I don't think he. I
No,
don't think
he
it
doesn't
is.
look like
Yeah,
he's folding.
he's a non-believer. So we got a big one brewing. Ham kicking himself right now. That
Doesn't know that
well,
he actually
does now.
saved
He does now because
himself.
Daniel just holds his cards up like that. So he's already seen. He's already seen. But
He's gotten the good news.
he does know the good news. And
Oh, quads. That's all it is. And that could be
that's actually-
trouble.
that
That could
could
be
be a little
trouble
bit
for
of a-
Casey. That could be trouble for Casey. I think he's
Yeah,
probably gonna have to
he
feel
just
compelled to
goes
call
all
off.
in. He's
Yeah,
gonna
I think he's
call
gonna
off, I
call off
think.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. He side calls and
Yeah,
he's just
he's-
gonna lose to quads.
see the bad news that he had King 5.
And honestly, watching Daniel really get after it and being a person who's been known to get after it yourself, and
Sure.
you're gonna get paid when you make quads there,
Sure.
and
Yeah, that's
sevens
part of-
are an
that's
overpair.
Part of why, yeah, sometimes it's not all the time, but sometimes I'll start out and play in a game, and yeah, I'm getting after it. I'm 3-betting, 4-betting. I'm opening lots of hands. I'm playing lots of hands. Yeah, I might lose a few hundred, or sometimes in bigger games, a few thousand to start the game, but later on in the game,
It can pay off. It can
pay off, and it
Yeah.
pays dividends, right? To be that action player that, like Daniel has been.
So yeah, we're just here at Red Star Social, having a couple white claws, talking a little poker, talking a little wing restaurants and flavors.
Yeah, what are y'all drinking on tonight? Anybody drinking on something spicy, something good? Let us know. Maybe we'll make it a little thing. We have special little drink for the Wednesday night stream that we make up. I don't know. Maybe that could be a little tradition that we have.
Well, I think maybe walking next door to that Pluckers for the drink, or if we get some more bets going,
Yeah,
I
but I
assume you'll
mean-
owe me multiple drinks by the end of the night, buddy.
I ain't gonna owe you
All right,
anything.
buddy. But you wanna talk, buddy? We can talk. We can talk. What's my record now in those drink flips? Am I now 46 of 51? Is that what we estimate?
That is an estimation.
But possibly quite close. Ooh, little set here, and top pair and a gutter.
Casey-
So a little bit of spiciness on this
KC
one.
rebuys with 300. Flops middle set. Callie is buddy. Got a gutter. Backdoor flush. Jack makes the call with the basically top effectively.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere with that hand yet. He's gonna have to see a little bit more.
And we're gonna see a spicy turn. It's a turn, really? The 6 of clubs here.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious!
no.
This is just puke for Casey.
And Jack still might think he's good for a second. It depends on how this action goes, but
I don't think Jack's gonna be making a call here after it goes.
he's
after
not
that
very
turn.
deep though. He's only got 172.
That's true. That is true. I mean, if he raises here,
He's
puts it
going to get
in.
called in both spots
He's
quickly.
definitely getting called in both spots. It looks like he is going to raise. He's got a little more than what we thought behind. So he put 130 out there. He's got still.
I can't quite see his
It
chips,
looks like
but-
at least like 100 behind, I think, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't think.
What do we think Casey's
not
going to do?
folding.
What do we think
He's-
Casey's going to do? Do we think he probably just ships the
He's
250?
shipping it.
Yeah, he
he's
just ships the
shipping
250.
it.
I
He's
would
got
think.
he's got 250. He's shipping it. And there it is. And now
What
Kelly,
a dream spot for Kelly. He's just trying to figure out if he can get the last bit of Jack's money at this point.
I would believe that based on what I saw from Jack, that at least Casey's raise right here is for all of his money. I mean, he's only worried about 7-10. Let me get another drink of this beer. It tastes pretty good.
Let's just have a little Modelo. And stick our chips in.
Yeah, there it goes.
Little Hollywooding with the nuts.
Yeah, and Casey,
But not out of the woods here with a set.
he's
Not out of the woods
yeah,
against
Kelly is not out of the woods for sure. Jack is probably gonna hate this spot though.
Yeah,
He
he
just
realizes
raised
that money is long gone,
It
but he
is-
may feel compelled to put in
It
that
is
last
toast.
little bit.
No, he's gonna fold. He rightfully folds. I mean, that's a really good fold with that much. He only had a look. I think he had 110 left or something.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna see. They're gonna run it twice, I imagine.
Safe for Kelly.
No, they run it once, I believe. No, they are going twice. And another one's safe. Wow, that's just pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal for Casey there. And I think that Casey is calling it. It looks like. I'm not sure. I've never seen somebody chew water before, but
Yep. And Kelly will just quietly stack those chips, knowing that he got the Dream 6 on the turn against a set and got paid. And we've all been there in Casey's shoes where we go from effectively having a hammer lock on the hand and
it's like I thought that Kelly and Casey were buddies, and looks like Kelly has loaned Casey another 100 or so to continue playing.
well, often playing against some of my good friends, including my co-commentator Cameron Mixon.
I've never been loaned money, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was not going to talk about that. I was going to talk about the many, many times I've stacked you. Actually, there was one time before Cam and I were a bit more friendly that we ended up heads up in a poker tournament at another establishment for a decent amount of money.
A
too.
pretty big one, yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent
I think
one
it
day
was like
tournament.
20 something K up top, 22 probably.
If I am recalling, the structure was something like 23 and 15 or 16.
16 maybe, yeah. And I think
Yeah.
I did eventually, like after an hour of kicking your ass, and you kind of came back a little bit. I was like, you know what, I'll make a deal with you, and I gave you a pretty good deal. I offered like 2K from first to go towards second, and then you know, I still ended up winning, but no worries.
And I've just gotten a little bit of word that we're going to keep the stream going. We're going to be welcoming a couple new players here shortly.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the down low right now.
But going back to that
Well, yeah, going
tournament,
back to that.
let me.
I mean,
let me.
we can just have the chat look up the fucking the Hendon mob, and see who won the tournament. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry
that,
I said the F word, Mom.
Pretty sure that the dealer was dealing from the bottom of the deck Cam and I were drinking some brews once we got to heads up, and I knew that Cam was all right at poker, and I thought to myself,
Here we
there's
go.
no,
Daniel getting after it as always.
of course, I'm like, there's no way I am offering this guy a deal. I am no fear. But after an hour of playing, when you said, hey, let's tighten up this first and second place a bit,
It seemed pretty smart on both our parts. I think it was a good idea for both of us. This hand, I believe, is going 3 ways to a flop. I think that there was a $11 straddle, I believe, and then Daniel made it 25, and Kelly called, and then Vito also called. So I believe we're seeing it 3 ways. The graphics are just catching up, so give it a moment, guys.
yep, again, our first run tonight, and we are working out the kinks. My first time in the booth commentating, not Cam's first time, but having a little fun, shooting the breeze, talking a little poker and other stuff, and
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, it actually, did it go 4 ways? No, I think it only went, I thought that Rooney had folded, but it hasn't been there.
yeah, we got
They might just still be trying to correct that in the back over here. No worries. It looks like pretty much everybody has nothing, because I believe Rooney is not in this hand. I don't think that the 7 is. Yeah, there we go. So everybody has a whole lot of nothing. And Fido's going to lead for 50 here and get called by both players. I think Kelly.
that might have checked actually. I'm not.
No, they put 50.
Oh, okay. All right.
50
Wow.
each, and
Everybody's
Vito-
still with a bunch of nothing, right?
Vito with the best hand with queen high right now, and he checks. Daniel, he just gives up, man. He really could have gone after it right there and gotten the win, and the queen high is gonna take down this pot, which is pretty awesome. You saw Kelly. Kelly is playing these hands that Daniel is in, and really seems to be going after him specifically. So there's kind of this dynamic of, I've seen you, like from Kelly, I've seen you play. I know what you're doing, and I'm gonna go and be the one that, you know, is defending this. So I really like that dynamic that these two kind of have right now. I suspect that we will see them play maybe a big pot or two tonight.
Yeah, and funny enough, you saw the sheepish grin on Daniel's face there. He knew that was the moment that he could have taken that spot, and
he absolutely knew
and
it,
he
and-
definitely thought about it, and he was clearly regretting that he did not take it. I think he's still
I
kind
love
of
this.
chuckling to himself.
If
that
you watched Daniel just now, he looks at his cards, chuckles, and shows hand next to him, shows him the 6-4 offsuit again, and then raises it to 30. I mean, that's just, yeah, there he goes. Of course, he shows the table. So one thing down here at Red Star Social, guys, in Austin, if you're in the area, there's a promotion they have every day. If you are clocked in by 11:15 a.m., you'll get 2 free hours. So it's a great promotion to come down, come fill some cash seats. These are some great games over here. They may not be the normal games that you've played in at other places in town, but it's a great environment. You get to play with a different player pool, meet new people, and socialize. So come on down. I think that's it's a really nice promotion they have for 2 free hours. You get to play for free. That's really can't beat that.
Nope, and it's a nice little room. It's convenient here in the north central area of
I
Austin.
mean, it's one of the best locations of any room in the city, honestly. You know, as far as ease of access.
Yep, a lot of great restaurants around here. The Domain close by. We're only about maybe 7 or 8 miles north of Austin downtown proper.
You go 4 ways to a flop right now. Ace high. Casey with the ace queen. Yeah, he was only in for 100 right there, I believe. So we're gonna see him get it all in, and everybody else fold.
Yeah,
I imagine.
can't imagine anyone has a call here.
Jack definitely not calling for sure. So he's gonna pick up some. Let's see. Like to see him spin it back up, right? Like, what if he can spin 100 back up, and I don't know how much he's down. Maybe
All right, here's a fun.
three buy-ins, like 300 piece. So he's probably down 900, I guess. So maybe he can spin this 100 back up into 1,000.
Here's a fun poker question. What do you think? And this could be tournament or cash game. I can tell you that in that tournament where we ended up heads up for a decent number, when we had 12 people left, I lost a huge hand and was down to 2 blinds and managed to outlast everybody but the clown next
myself,
but the
myself,
clown next
but
to
me?
me. But the clown next to me here in the
Are you
booth.
gonna ask me my biggest comeback?
Yeah, and I also have another one in mind one night where I was at an Omaha table and I was down to my last maybe $60 or so and spun that up to 6,000. So
I mean, I've done similar to that, but we got a bomb pot right now, by the way. And Ham flops quads
just quads.
on the bottom board, so that's gonna be good. Queen 6-3 on the top. Alex has top set on that board, so we're gonna see a clash.
Yeah.
And Rooney has a second nut flush draw with a king, with king 10 too. So we could see some money going to this pot. Let's see.
Well, as the resident bomb pot expert, maybe I could offer a little bit of insight here. These guys should not be pumping this pot up too much because we want to keep
Well, you
these
keep
other
people in it, and I don't
players
think they
in.
did. Yeah, I don't think they did at all, really. You know, I mean, I think that,
And that does
Alex
bring in a
bet 10, and then there were 3 callers.
right, and that brings in a flush for Rooney, by the way.
Yeah, and Alex smartly he just checks. Rooney gonna bet 20 small. Oh no, Ham bet 20. Sorry, Rooney
Yeah.
just calls.
And that's a
Fido
good play. I might even like to see
folds.
30. Maybe we can get a little bit more.
I think Fido folds. I can't tell. Oh no, he called. And Alex is gonna make the call. I mean, he has to call with top set there and hope for a board. And
He gets the board
does
pair.
Get the board pair. Fido now though with a 7 on the bottom board. Alex is gonna make it the pot. Looks like, which is
Pretty standard, I would say.
pretty
here,
standard. Yeah, I think
We could even go a little bit less here.
I don't mind any amount. Like we're betting. I think betting is good. And yeah, Ham gonna get it in. He hasn't really played any hands tonight. You know, Alex knows that he has nothing on the bottom board, right? He loses to a king on the bottom board. Ham knows he has the nuts on the bottom board, but those two are just gonna chop it up, and they'll each make I don't know, about $100.
Looks like it says 45. I'm not sure if
Well,
that graphic
yeah,
is
yeah.
perfect. But,
Well, that's counting their money that's in there. I was just looking at the pot in the middle, saying that there's 2 stacks. They're gonna make about $100 coming back to them. So yeah, that's accurate.
well, we both know that counting isn't really
That's not my
your strong suit.
That's not
No,
my
no.
strong suit at all. No, but so I did have my biggest comeback was an Omaha tournament that I won, just a nightly, $200 Omaha tournament. I came back with like 22 players left. I had a 12th of a big blind,
and you won the tournament.
and I was going into the big blind and I won. And then I like quadruple up or quintuple up in that hand. And then like when I lost the big hand before where I made a call, I quintuple up like the next hand in the big blind. And then I double or triple up in the small blind, I think. So then I was, I had like 5 big blinds or something. and then I came back and I won the tournament. So yeah, that was probably the biggest. Dirty is my witness. He was there. He watched it happen.
I really hate when I'm at a tournament and down to one big blind and somebody says, "A chip and a chair, that's all you need, pal."
Oh yeah, that's
And
one
it's
of the
like-
worst. That's one of the worst phrases in poker.
Yeah, just like, thanks, needle me. Like, just let me have it. Let me know that I have
Here we
one
go.
blind now. But
Ham catching a little heat now. So Casey flops middle pair with Queen A. He puts out about a fifth of his stack. Ham bottom set.
smooth
Set of
call.
threes, just smooth
Good
call.
play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not really what is going to get him paid here with a king on the turn, I believe.
Casey checks back. Ham gonna have to lead on this river. Yeah, I don't think that's a river that Casey's gonna really call any amount of money with his stack.
Yeah, he might.
Although that's a pretty
He's really going for some
well-sized bet.
thin.
He wants.
He was trying to get
called by an
something.
eight. Like I think it's a good sized bet to try and get called by an 8. If he really thinks like he has an 8, it was decent. I might have gone 25 instead of 35, but it's all about reading the player you're playing against. But yeah, I think that's probably the biggest comeback I've had in a tournament ever. In cash, I don't know that I would call it a comeback, but I was in a 5-10 stream once that played a lot bigger than 5-10, as these games in Texas typically do. And the first hand, I was in for 2K, and the first hand I lost 2K,
As you've been known to do.
as I've been known to do, and rebought for, I think the double. I think I bought in for 4K, so I was down 2K. I forget exactly, but I ended up not adding on or buying it anymore, and I cashed out for like 40,000. So that one's pretty big.
Yeah, that's a decent sized win.
Yeah, see, Ham's starting to pick up some hands. He does have the jacks here on an ace high board. Daniel going nowhere with a gutter, 4 high. Rooney, ace queen, time to pump this pot up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
100%.
go for it a little bit here, I would think.
Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, he's gonna make it 125. Kind of small, honestly, in my opinion. But he's a little handcuffed with his stack size at that point, and
Ham accidentally sows the jack there,
yeah,
and
accidentally fumbles it. But I think it's gonna make no difference to Daniel. Daniel knows I have 4 high.
he wanted to go hunting for that wheel, but the price
Yeah.
is a little bit prohibitive now.
There we see Jack. Jack is leaving us, and Dirty has been pulled off the table. So we're gonna get 2 new players. I'm not sure exactly how quickly they're gonna come in here, but bear with us. This game's gonna keep going. I think that Daniel has some good action. All these other guys seem like they want to keep playing, and I want to see Daniel and Kelly just really clash. One thing to note too at Red Star,
There's some stack sizes. We got
Here
some
we go.
graphics.
Yeah, we got some
we've been
cute
waiting.
little
It shows that I think the
Kelly-
table's been a little on the tighter side tonight. Probably nobody really wanting to get embarrassed too much on the stream. I know when I'm on a live stream, I'm not looking to get embarrassed.
No, but Kelly, our biggest winner so far, and then Daniel, you could see he's sitting on almost 2K, but he's only down 100 and change. So he's got the biggest stack right now. I
In-
mean,
in your
I think
ex-
that was obvious.
In your experience, having played some streams and then continued after the live stream ends, would you say that it's typical for people to play much looser and wild after the stream ends?
Yeah, I think that once a stream ends, I think that people kind of loosen up. I think everybody, not everybody, like, but a lot of people are kind of like, they feel nervous, they get a little bit uptight. One thing that happens is, when you're a newbie, if you're like newer to poker, playing in general can be a little nerve-wracking. Oh, there we go. We see some VPIPs. Daniel up at the 56% VPIP. So he is really crushing the table with that right now. But yeah, I think that's definitely a factor. But yeah, a lot of people are just inexperienced being on camera and playing, right? When you play, and I'll go into this a little bit because we were talking about it before we went on break, about kind of how I got started in poker and stuff. But when you're playing and learning how to play, there's nobody watching you play, so that can be a little bit nerve-wracking in itself, right? And we do have a hand here. Daniel flopping top pair, Casey with middle pair putting it in, Kelly with an open ender.
He's
Does
gonna
he wanna-
he's gonna feel good about
he wanna
chasing a
take his
straight
buddy?
out. He's gonna feel good about
He's
chasing a
got
straight.
it. He's gotta want to right now. Him and
He's
Daniel,
laughing at him. Look at him grinning. But
and-
he's not gonna fold. Like,
He's
it's
not
just
folding there.
happening.
He's not folding there, especially with Daniel in the hand. Like I said, here we go. We're gonna see this clash that we've been wanting. Daniel with a king. Definitely not folding.
Casey over there grinning, looking for that.
Daniel could
5 or 9.
Daniel could really make a good play right here and raise it, and he's gonna fold. That's so not what I expected to happen.
Yeah, kind of wild. And I guess the two buddies will have a little clash. Probably won't run it twice, maybe, but
Yeah, they're running it twice. so-
Casey only a 55% favorite here, according to the graphics. Gets the 2 pair.
Kelly Rivers a flush.
Flushes out. Just look at that. Another 2 pair. All right. He is he's safe on that one.
Yeah, they're gonna
so-
chop that one up. I'm very surprised that we didn't see Daniel kind of go over the top. Once Casey gets in there
Yeah, a little.
and Daniel has top pair, it seems surprising that you block the top pair, and you've seen Casey playing so far. He's short, super short stack. He's got to be getting in there with any pair, right? Like the 9 or the 7, he's probably getting in there. You think that your king should definitely be good.
Plus, he's
some
had this.
percentage-
He's had
some
this
percentage of the
dynamic.
time.
He's had that dynamic where he's been battling with Kelly quite a bit tonight, and yeah,
Here we
that's
go. We do have a new player coming into the 9 seat. I believe it is Sweet Q.
you have to double check. We just got handed a couple notes here.
They both say the
Seat 6, which
same seat number, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
yep,
We'll figure it out in a second.
we sure will. And there's our
Yeah.
other players, so
Yeah,
we'll figure out.
Definitely the 9 seat is seat 2, or is Sweet Q. Pardon me. And then the 6th seat looks like that's going to be Donkey Spanker, whose hobbies include crushing donkeys, hometown of ATX, and his poker experience also listed as Superfish.
We've had a few people list fish, none.
Well, Sweet Q listed his poker experience as newbie. So
Yeah, if you want to play with some fish and some new
Some
players,
super fish.
yeah, you just come down here
come
to
on
the
down to
Red Star.
Social in Austin, Texas, off 183 and Burnett Road. Right across the street from Highland Lanes and next door to Pluckers. I almost bowled a 300 at Highland Lanes.
I got set up recently on a bowling bet with Cam. I didn't know he was actually okay at bowling.
Pretty decent. Yeah, I bowled it. I had the front 10, and then
It cost me a 20 spot. But I'm up like 800 on them in drinks, so I'm gonna say, okay.
You're up way too much money on me, buddy. Daniel waking up with a hand here.
Oh, he just needs some action. See if there's anybody that wants to give it to him.
Probably not gonna happen. Yeah, and he's gonna. He did make it 50, like he's been doing. I love to see that.
Yeah, because if all of a sudden you've been 50, 50, 50 over and over with literally any two cards, and then suddenly make it 15, the alarm bells will go off. And our producer has said we will have one more dealer rotation come through, and we'll be going for about one more
Not
hour.
another hour. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Kelly gonna use his big stack there to do a little bit of bullying. We do appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're watching right now and you're watching for a friend or a family member that's on the stream, let us know who you're rooting for, cheering for. And thank you guys for subscribing tonight and liking the video. It's really going to help us out. Just trying to get this off the ground and running, so we do appreciate it. And Alex with Kings now. Alex has been pretty quiet, and Ham is actually going to make a call. Sweet Q, he's going to make the call with sixes, and then Rooney has aces. All right, we're going to see some action here, guys. This is the hand we've been waiting for all night. Fido looking at the two seat, and Rooney like, what's going on? I wonder what Fido had. Let's see what he folded. Oh, 8-4 off. Yep, never mind. Bad read. Rooney going to make it 150, though, over the 25. And then Alex with Kings, I think he said all in. He said those two words, all in.
And he'll get snapped.
He is going to get called. He's going to see the bad news from Rooney. We have the classic
Cooler. The
Aces,
classic cooler.
Aces
the,
versus
the
Kings.
cooler in
Cooler.
Hold'em, right? The one that nobody wants.
You know, I've lost with Kings to Aces a lot of times. And I've also lost with Aces to Kings a lot of times. And Rooney just flops Alex completely dead. Yeah, there it is. So, Rooney going to take that one down. I assume they are running it one time. Oh, no, they
we
are
have a
running
second
it
board?
twice.
We have a second board coming.
Oh!
Both sets. Both people hit a set.
Uh-oh, 10? No, he can't do it. All right, they're going to chop it up. Wow.
No blood.
No blood. No, that's impressive. Yeah, the last time I ran Kings into Aces was like last week. I was like chip leader in a tournament, basically. And thought for sure I was going to win it. Turns out I wasn't even going to cash in it because I was going to run Kings into Aces. Do you have any good Kings into Aces stories, Ron?
I do have one from a decent-sized tournament where I actually had the aces side of it, and the flop came king high, and the gentleman that I was playing against had played his kings relatively slow and continued to slow play his top set of kings on the flop. And obviously, I wasn't slowing down with aces, but
I don't blame you.
he called, and the turn and river were both aces.
That's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
No. And by the time that I jammed the quads on the river, he was quite dejected looking with his former top set.
No doubt. We've got Ham and Daniel here.
Kind of going ham.
I mean, Daniel probably going to hit a 7. Yep.
You're not supposed to call the cards before they come out.
It was barely before it. I might have seen it off the dealer's hand. Just felt like he was going to hit a 7 there.
And while we're in between hands, I just want to say a quick thank you. Again, this stream is brand new. First time running tonight. And my first time on the microphone. Again, I've played on some streams and been mic'd up on those live streams and whatnot, but I have never actually sat in the booth and done some commentary. And Red Star and my good friend Cameron Mixon was nice enough to invite me out tonight, and I really appreciate that. And so far, it's been a lot of fun.
It's only because I respect you enough, buddy. That's it.
Well, as you should, because the next time we're heads up, I'll hold the deck over you.
Oh, I can't wait. You know, the last time I lost heads up?
Was it yesterday? I don't know.
No, it wasn't. I didn't. Dude, come on, man. What are you doing? We got another bomb pot right now. Daniel. He's got a 10 on that board. 10, 7, deuce, deuce. 7 on the other board. Let's see. What do we got? We got Jack 7, 9. Anybody have 10, 8 here? We got Jack 8 in Alex's hand. King Jack and Fido. Yeah, Kelly has 10, 8. Kelly flops a joint. Oh, he has 10, 8 with the 10. So, Daniel.
What a slick little hand to have here. That's handy.
Maybe in a rough spot here yet. Kelly is definitely going to pot it here, right? Oh, he bets small. He bets 15. That's fine, too.
Yeah, I like
Either way.
I like the small bet with the nutted
I
hands
don't
here.
know. In position, I just like to go pot, I think. Because
Well, that's why you're not as good at bomb pots as me.
buddy.
Buddy.
There you go. King on the bottom. 3 on the top. So Daniel does not improve.
Yeah, pretty irrelevant cards on the turn there.
Rooney he has a set of 9s, but he's going to need a jack on the bottom board to get there. And he's going to need a board pair on that top board. And I think he's probably just going to let this go right now, right? Yeah, he does. And
Yeah, he's been on the tighter side.
Kelly-
And that's probably just the right
Kelly
play.
played that pretty well. I like how he played that.
Yeah, I think that was good all around.
I just still prefer, like, I think I prefer just going pot.
And like
in
I said, you're
position.
just wrong, Blake,
No,
but
I'm not wrong there. I'm not wrong there. You're wrong there.
All right. Well, we'll see. I will definitely play as many bomb pots with you as we can get in. And the producer has told us that we will be cutting off at 11 p.m. Central. So
Yeah, about 11. So we got another 40 minutes or so, guys. Stay with us.
brand new, starting from nothing. We got to build from somewhere. We appreciate the feedback. Hopefully, we are doing an okay job.
If you haven't yet, please, please, please go like this video. Go subscribe to this new page. I know there's another Red Star page from the past. We will not be uploading to that page. This is all brand new. It's all brand new production. A whole different group. So please go subscribe to this channel if you are able.
Yep, definitely appreciate any support and feedback. And looks like we've got the production running pretty smooth. We had a little bit of hiccups when we were first getting going. Not too bad, but yeah, it's been a fun night so far.
Listen, I've played on enough poker streams. I know that hiccups are going to happen regardless. You can have experience with your crew and your stream for years and you still have hiccups. Like, it is just a thing that happens. That's what happens when we have
Yeah.
humans working and trying to follow a poker game and its action and working in software and doing 40 different things. That's how it works. So
Yeah, there's multiple people working this production. There's people in the other room who are working all of the
Alex finally has a hand to defend against Daniel. He's gonna lay it down though.
cameras and cards and keeping up with the action. And then we are sitting here commentating on a 30-minute delay, obviously for security purposes. None of the people at the table have their phones, so that is all secure. And yeah, there's going to be lots of streams here, and this will be a regular thing. Thinking Wednesday night right now.
Yep, Wednesday nights so far. And here we see cumulative winnings. Kelly up the most, 730 right now. Rooney and Alex both in the green, and then everybody else down right now.
I think I might enjoy playing a few of these games, although being behind the mic for my first time and getting a little experience back here has been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah,
so I do appreciate that.
You know what's cool about that for you is if you were playing in this game, you would definitely be in the red right now, but from behind the mic, you're not losing any money.
You know, that's true. And I would tend to disagree. I'd probably be running over this table with the Reckless Ron persona. Although me and Daniel might have had a few clashes along the way, I could see that potentially being inevitable.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some good stuff here with the two new players that we just got a little bit ago, with Donkey Spanker James in the 6 seat and Sweet Cute in the 9 seat. Yeah, Sweet Cute putting on the 10 straddle.
There you go. And everybody looks like they're laughing and
Everybody-
having a good time.
Everybody's
And
tuned
yeah.
in now. I think that a little bit of the nerves have worn off. Maybe they've had enough Modelos, perhaps, but Kelly gonna open this up 35 with the 10-9 off from the low jack. Daniel in the big blind, you know he's not
No
folding.
chance.
An ace,
No
an
chance.
Ace, he's never folding. And then Sweet Q, King 8 off. He's coming along too. So we got some pretty terrible hands going to this flop.
And if you want to play against some pretty terrible hands, come on down.
Come on down to Red Star Social. So we're gonna see Kelly flop top pair. He's gonna put in a C bet. 25, I think. Just a quarter bet. Oh, he bet 50. Yeah, he bets like half pot. He's gonna take it down. He's gonna show, I believe, a 10. And there's your V-pips. Daniel, up at the top, 57% of hands, he's in there. Alex at the bottom. James just got here, so we're not going to count him. Alex at the bottom right now at 20%. So nobody really shying away from playing pots for sure.
Ham's gonna get in there with the queen jack offsuit.
And Kelly's got Snowman. What do you think about nicknames of hands? I don't know about you guys, but
I hate him.
I'm not a
I
fan.
absolutely
Yeah, I
hate 'em.
agree. All right, thank you.
I don't know.
There's just no
That's just
reason.
me.
Like, why?
Oh,
why?
look at this. A
And-
sneaky little 2-pair for Sweet Q. The tricky thing about this kind of 2-pair when you have a low card and you're up against a guy who has something like a queen jack is that there's going to probably be a counterfeit opportunity on the turn, or he can just make the higher 2-pair. So normally you want to drive that action a bit, and Sweet Q does.
Yeah, he drives it and just puts Ham all in, which at this point, Ham already bet 40.
Yeah.
He's not going to be
He's not
folding
gonna,
here.
Yeah. It would be
right?
incredibly,
So
incredibly tight. He has been very tight, although I think he's been a little bit card dead, save for
he
maybe.
needs to see a queen on the turn, or at least something higher than a 5 for sure, right? Like he wants to see a 6 plus so it can pair and he can have a better 2-pair. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Oh my goodness, but he comes from behind on the river and nails it. Look at that.
Just got him.
Just when you thought he wasn't gonna be here, he's back alive.
Like I said, the tricky thing about having that lower pair or bottom 2-pair,
They can always beat you. And
they almost always will have outs against you. And
granted, he did have top 2 there, right? Like
sure,
most
even though
of the
it's
time,
a weird board,
most
Jack
of the
5 is
time,
going to be top 2.
what you're talking about typically is going to be when we're like we have bottom 2 pair, you know. In that instance, we'd have 5-4, right? And then they have queen jack, and they come from behind. When we have jack 5, we're like, well, I mean, we're getting it in,
Sure.
especially for that amount.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much a trivial play out for both players there.
But love to see it. There's some action. Fido coming in with the pocket 9s, the Gretzky hand. And James gonna be 3-betting, or no, he's just calling. Just calling with ace queen. Okay, James not super deep, just in for about 300 it looked like. I'm saying now. So, okay, the call seems fine. Prefer a 3-bet, but I'm gonna see a flop. 8 high flop, 2 spades.
Fido's going to feel pretty comfortable here with the overpair and probably take it down would be my guess, unless
I don't know.
James
James likes to get a little sticky sometimes, if you've ever played with him.
I'm honestly not sure that I have a lot of time with any of the people on this table,
I
which
don't.
is
I've played-
fairly rare in the Austin poker community.
Sure.
A lot of regulars, but a lot of money flying around on these 1-2 and 1-3 streets in the Austin, Texas area.
I've played a bit with James here and there in some cash games. Played a bit with Alex in the 5 seat. James does lay it down.
Yeah, a little less than half pot's going to get it done there with the overpair.
Kelly, I haven't really played with in the 3 seat. I think maybe once, but Casey, I have played with from the 1 seat. everybody else, I don't think I've played with at all.
I feel like I might have seen Daniel around a bit.
I think I've seen him around, but I don't think I've ever played with him.
I definitely like his aggression and just general demeanor. He's a lot of fun and seems to have a great attitude and certainly drives the action, which is always a plus.
Yeah, no doubt. No, he's been great at that. He's I think we just make him a staple in this game, and
Yeah, maybe we just have Wednesday nights with Daniel.
yeah, Daniel Wednesdays.
I'd show up for Daniel Wednesdays.
Y'all missed the eye roll, man. He was disgusted. He was like,
I might even bring a bottle so that we could have some shots out there.
And I think that could stick. Casey all in with the 6s. Daniel gonna call him with 7 deuce.
Why do I think he's going to hit a 7?
and here
Or
we go.
why do I
he's-
feel like there's just max pain for Casey?
There's something Max Payne coming. I feel like it's
Oh,
immediately.
immediate.
Poor kid.
Just not running very good. He
Just knows. He just knows. Like that's
we knew.
that's
We
my
knew back
cue.
here.
Oh, they're
we
running. They're
knew-
running twice. though.
Okay. All right. Oh,
He
okay.
has a spade. Okay, there we go. Okay, he takes a second at least.
Oh man, I was starting to feel really bad. Honestly, like I mean,
No, I just-
he got
Daniel
beat up
being-
with set earlier. I
Being
mean,
that aggressive type right there, it just feels like wow, he is. Is he gonna get there? Of course. It wasn't even. There was no waiting. It was
no
in the
waiting. You
window.
could just see that 7 rolling right
It
off
was
the
in
top of the deck.
window. Oh, that's another pet peeve of mine. Man, when people call the window card the door card, ugh. You don't see through a door. You see through a window. It's a window. That's the card you see is the window card.
All right, but that can't be your biggest poker pet peeve. What do you think, if you had to think of all the silly stuff that goes on at poker tables, what is your biggest poker pet peeve?
Damn, that's a tough question. Oh, goodness.
I'll give you 2 of mine.
Okay, go ahead. That's going to help me think.
All right, I'll give you a moment to think. One of mine is when you're in a tournament and you make an all-in bet that is obviously a large number, and the dealer starts counting it down to tell the other players, because
Yeah, but that's not a pet peeve really as much
No,
as it
but-
is a practice that shouldn't happen.
Well, it's not the
That is not standard.
no,
That's
it's not standard, and a lot of dealers seem to do it.
I've stopped dealers before. I've told you this.
Okay.
I've stopped dealers if I'm all in. I wouldn't stop somebody else because I don't care if I'm not in the hand. Like if somebody else's stack starts, if they're all in and somebody else's stack gets counted out, it's not really my problem. But if I'm all in, I have stopped a dealer and say, "Did they ask you for a count?"
Right.
And if they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, then stop counting my chips."
Sure. And that's my dealer pet peeve.
Yeah,
That's my dealer pet
I mean,
peeve.
That's a good dealer pet peeve.
And
My dealer pet peeve is a slow AF dealer.
we got a bomb pot coming up here, it looks like. $5 antes from everybody, and
That's
we're
the biggest
playing.
pet peeve, right? Like, if you got a dealer that just does not care and is just like super slow.
I'll be honest, we got a lot of good dealers here in Austin. We
have
really,
some
we
of the
really
best-
do.
We have some of the
We
best
really do.
dealers anywhere. Sweet Q flopping top set on the bottom board.
And the dealers do pretty well here. Texas is a very generous tipping state.
It is. It is. And then Kelly flopping top set on the top board. Yeah, Texas tips more than anywhere in the country, basically. Like Vegas, they don't stand a chance. In the Northeast, I don't even know that there's enough cash games going now to support dealers, and that's why we see so many dealers here in Texas anyway now. Florida. California, etc. Like everywhere, basically. It's
Yeah, I
probably
think
the best.
I think Florida and California are okay. I really haven't played much in California. I've played a fair bit at the Hard Rock down in Fort Lauderdale at the Guitar Hotel, and
Did you try and strum it?
the did you know that the Mirage was bought by Hard Rock, and there's going to be a
did.
Guitar Hotel
I did
on the
know
Strip?
that,
Did you know
buddy.
that one?
I did know that. Actually, the last time I was in Vegas, which was, well, I was there in December at Christmas. We went for Christmas. And
Well, I
we
can
had-
tell you
we
you
had
didn't stay at the
Christmas
Mirage
nights.
because it was already closed, buddy.
Buddy, I did not stay at the Mirage, but it feels like it was a Mirage that whole week I was there. We're going to see Top Set versus Top Set, and they're most likely going to chop this out.
Yeah, not a lot working.
Although Sweet Q has an out on the top board to a 10.
KJ gets there.
Which
Why-
comes.
Why would you put that voodoo? You just like announcer kiss of death that.
I did not.
You absolutely did.
I was just announcing his outs and how he could win, and the next thing I knew is he's scooping a pot.
I'm a University of Michigan graduate, and I was alumnus, as you may say. I was watching the Oklahoma-Michigan game this past week, and the announcer just put it on our field goal kicker, and
You will not make this putt.
he says he's just really one of the most reliable kickers when you get here to this 35 to 40 yard range, and bingo bango, miss.
Yeah.
So I am going to say that you did absolutely announcer kiss of death that offsuit 10 there. Anyway, we're just building this from scratch. First night, got through some of the production problems, and actually running, I think, pretty smoothly now. Bomb
Yeah.
pots have run a little bit smoother than they
Ball
did at
pots
the
are running
beginning.
pretty smooth, so I like to see that. That's cool. Maybe we'll have that figured out. That kind of gives us a little something interesting for you guys to watch. Yeah, Sweet Q coming in and just a big scoop right there in that bomb pot. I said he only has and not only did he.
Buddy, you did that to him. You
Well-
put that voodoo.
Hey, he
You put that voodoo on Kelly.
couldn't be
Kelly
the-
didn't deserve that.
it couldn't be the 10 of hearts either. That's the,
I said the offsuit 10. You
It's-
put that
it's-
voodoo on him.
I wish I could do that for myself when I was playing. Like, think about, oh, wow, I need this. Oh, it turns out. Let's see what Daniel does. Yeah, Daniel makes it 25 with Jack Knight offsuit. Pretty premium hand.
And after this hand, you do need to come back around to your dealer pet peeve, or not necessarily dealer pet peeve, but
Oh, yeah, maybe my
poker
player
pet peeve.
pet peeves. Well, last night, dude, I was playing last night, and this freaking guy, man, he legit, every time the action on him, like, he's on his phone, like, turned away from the table and, like, had to be called on for his action. And, of course, that's the idiot at the table that I kept losing to. So that was pretty annoying. That's a pretty big pet peeve. If you're just on your phone and, like, not paying attention at all to the game, I swear that a dealer was in the box that you know that during their down called on him and said it was his action. Like, it's on you. It's on you.
There's a straight
Wow.
coming in.
Daniel just... And somehow he might find a way to get paid here. Watch. He might find a way to get paid here. Sweet Q.
I mean, both
He
players
checked.
are both other
That's
players
a
are
good check.
dead.
That's a good check because now it's a pretty bad card.
Yeah, it's just not going to work. It's going to be Daniel's pot unless somebody decides to bluff at this.
Fido might bluff at it. No, that's gonna be it. Daniel's gonna bet, and I don't know. Sweet Q maybe get out of line. No,
It's
he's
just
gonna
not the
take
board to get out of line
but no,
on.
like I swear during their down that they told him at least 15 times, like, it's on you, it's on you. Like, I was annoyed before that, but I was also annoyed that that's the person at the table I couldn't beat that was just flopping the nuts against me. So take that for what you will, but
Yeah, I would say that tanking is definitely, especially
it's not
unnecessary.
tank- well, it wasn't
especially,
tanking.
well,
It
no,
was
no, no,
just
no,
like-
no, no, no. I'm gonna go to my pet peeve.
Yeah,
but, you know,
tanking is annoying.
I'm gonna
But
go
you
to
don't
my
really
pet
see
peeve.
that in like cash games like this necessarily, for the most part. If you do, like, I'm getting out of the game. Like, there's no, like, I'm not gonna play with somebody that's tanking in a 1-2 or a 1-3 game.
Yeah.
You know, endlessly for every decision. Like, get me out of that game. I'll go to a different. I don't care if there's $40,000 on the table. I'll get out of that game because it's just costing me money, sitting there waiting for the hands to happen. You know.
Yeah, I was playing one night recently where the stack to pot ratio for the person that was on was incredible. As in, he only had to put in $150 to potentially win thousands, and
And he's tanking. Yeah,
tanking.
it's like, I'll call the clock. That's the bottom line. Is I don't think people call the clock enough. That's what poker has become. It's like, oh, I want to be nice. Like, I don't want to be mean to a person. It's like, dude, in cash games not as much, but like if there's a decision that's like that where it's like, dude, you have $70 left and the pot is 900, and you're sitting here tanking after you raised somebody, like, get out of here. Like, clock. Like, you it should take you 10 seconds, not even. It should take you 10 milliseconds, honestly.
I'm a big fan of Daniel. Like, he has been moving along with the action and absolutely
No, the
the
dude
4 millisecond decisions.
This dude is the nuts. Oh, we have Kelly. Kelly just ripping all in with ace-5 suited. Daniel, I would have just loved to seen him just make a F it call
That would have been funny.
right there.
And they have that dynamic because
kinda
we
felt
we
like
talked
that.
about that earlier, that they have
there
that
was-
dynamic of kind of wanting to,
There was
mess with each other.
Look, he made $29 in that pot. There was $29 out there, and he just put 1.5K in the middle, all in with ace-5 suited. There's that dynamic for sure.
There's a special player in Austin who I played a somewhat memorable 1-2 hand with. His name's Hogan.
Shout out to Joshua Hogan.
And
He's
is
a bit of a
entertaining.
celebrity. He's a bit of a
Yeah.
celebrity in these parts. We need to get him on the game.
I think getting
I'll
Hogan
call
to
him
this
up.
game
I'll call
would
him
be
up. He's gonna be on this stream next week. I guarantee you.
yeah.
So tune in next week.
Oh, God.
for Joshua Hogan.
Fireworks.
Yeah, he'll be fireworks.
Back to that particular hand.
I'm just kidding. I can't guarantee that, but I'll have him on. I'll get him on here soon.
We might have to bankroll him, but
Trust me, buddy. He mows my lawn, so he's bankrolled.
fair enough. That particular hand, I think I had made it $12 with aces at 1-2, and he was trying to make, I think, $10 more so that he would make over $1,000 on the night.
I do recall you telling me this story.
And
It's
he ripped
impressive.
it on me, and I said, I call, and the look of terror on his face when I said I call.
We got a bunch of guys in the green now.
He and I have, I mean, that hand is honestly, I think pre-COVID at a wild.
Daniel finally up $18, 18 whole dollars. He's sitting on 2K. He's up $18. I love that.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID though, yeah.
Yeah, pre-COVID. And he and I have laughed about that hand at least once a year for the last 6 years.
I love. He does stuff like that all the time. He's probably the best at it. Did he straddle or did he raise? I think Daniel might have straddled to 35. I didn't see, but it's input as a raise. I think it might have been a straddle. Oh, it might have been a raise. No, it was definitely a straddle. He checked.
And him and Fido have battled a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit. Vito not really getting so out of line as Kelly has been.
And if we get the right board here, their hands kind of
They
could
can
both
clash.
interact.
They can
yeah.
clash. Daniel checked dark, and neither of them with
Whiff.
anything. That's a pretty terrible board for anything, or for both of them, I should say. And Fido puts out a bet. Looks like he bet 35 and is going to take it down. Yeah, I think that in Austin right now, we just have such a great dynamic of what's going on in all of the rooms. There's so many cash games happening. There's so much action. I mean, you look at these players playing. There's so many people getting into poker, newly into poker, which reminds me, I never even talked about how I got into poker.
Well, please do.
Which was years and years ago.
Not as long as me, buddy.
Well, yeah, but I'm also half your age, buddy.
Well, fine, I guess. But you're not a big math guy, so
Not a big
we're
math
gonna
guy.
we're gonna double check that later. We will
Not a
not
big
we will not be
math guy.
discussing my age here.
Neither will I.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Got a few hands here that are playable.
A couple playable hands. I like the 6-5 suited here. What do you want to take? You want to take the
Oh God, give me the Jack 10 of hearts all day, pal.
Alright, I'll take the 6-5 suited for a drink.
All right, you can try to get your drink back. To those at home, I guarantee you I'm up 2 drinks in a minute. I flop them dead, practically. Thank you for the drink, Cameron Mixon.
I really, really don't like that, but that's cool. Let's see what happens. Like I could go runner. Maybe Rooney folds.
We don't have any cameras in the booth, but
Maybe he folds. Maybe he'll fold.
I assure you, I have,
5. Damn it.
I have a big smile. I have a big smile back here. You can't see us, but no cameras.
I hate you. It was a terrible bet.
You're really bad at this.
Yeah, Rooney leading out with his flush now, and Fido probably not feeling so great about just a pair of 6s. He's gonna feel even worse once I tell him that he cost me a drink later. To be fair, I picked the hand. I saw the hand and I picked the hand, and I saw that whoever else it was that was in the hand had King Jack. I thought, you know what? I'll take 6-5. That seemed pretty reasonable.
Well, you flopped
numbers wise. I'm
you
a big
flopped a
numbers
pair.
guy. I did
Oh.
flop a pair.
You flopped a pair, big math guy. You flopped a pair, big math guy. And how'd that work out for you?
Daniel still with a 57% VPIP. Alex at the bottom with 20. Well, James with 15, but he kind of just got in the game. We're not gonna shame him for a 15% VPIP here.
No, small sample size.
Oh, another thing. Well, one thing that bugs me is when Doug Polk says VPIP. VPIP, just fucking shorten it.
I guess it's getting late. We can maybe occasionally drop the F-bomb in here, but I think I've been pretty clean.
I've only said it like 3 times tonight. My mom texted me the first time and I was mad, so just so y'all know. Keep it clean.
Incidentally, she texted me as well.
Buddy, you wish.
All right. Well, we've got a couple playable
we got some
hands here. We got a
Which
little bit
one
of
are you
action.
taking here. Yeah. Right.
Let me see
No,
here.
we're not
This is
taking
a little too
there's
many
too
hands. Maybe we can bet on who,
We'll just have to go
maybe
on
on a
all-
turn or
yeah,
something
we'll have
like
to go
that.
on
You
all
know, we can
ends or something.
see if we can find a.
We got 6 players in this hand. 6 ways to a flip.
How about that 2-5 of hearts?
$163 in the middle. Yeah, 2-5 of hearts is looking pretty good, buddy. Kelly flopping the nut flush draw here.
Yeah, how about that open ender for Ham?
Casey also though. Look at him. He's got what we just talked about, bottom 2 pair, and look, look at his face. His buddy Kelly right now is about to be raising him. At least he's giving him protection, I guess. I think it's a buddy thing. Like, I'm in the game, but like I don't think that has nothing to do with it. Right?
What does Ham do with $297 here into?
I'll tell you what he's gonna do.
You think he's gonna fold?
I would bet $297 out of his stack that he folds here.
You're probably right.
It is on him though. If I'm wrong, just
Do I get another drink? Would I be up 3 drinks on you if he calls?
oh my god.
Is it a free roll for me?
No, there it is. All right.
No.
Here we go. There we go. All right. Confirmed my suspicions.
And just
Watch, they're gonna run it.
they're gonna
twice.
run twice, and we'll just.
I'm not gonna.
I like Casey. I like Casey here.
You like Casey?
I like Casey.
All right, I'll take Kelly then.
It has to be a sweep.
God dang it.
Oh, it's a straight.
That's a straight for me.
No spade. Oh, okay. I'm safe. We're gonna chop that one
All right, we chop a drink.
That is
We'll
that is the
get a
best
drink.
outcome you've had all night, pal.
Well, you can buy the drink and we'll both drink half of it.
It's in the 1 banana split, and we're gonna split it. This is not the way this is gonna work here. You'll buy me 2 drinks
It's fair.
because you lost.
So far. I think we're just keeping a tab.
For those at home counting, I'm now 47 of the last 52 with 1 tie.
For those of you at home, don't be counting. Skew the numbers.
Cameron Mixon, big math guy. Action on Rooney with the Jack 8 suited. Not a terrible hand. He'll limp in. Again, not really my preferred play in these 1, 2, 1, 3.
James with Queen 8
Games?
gonna get in there. Yeah, he's gonna limp. Here we go. Big hand brewing. Sweet Q actually though with the Gretzky hand. The black 9s.
And you asked me how I felt about nicknames. But I'm a
That
hockey.
one- that
I'm a
one-
hockey guy,
that
so
one-
maybe I can give you the Gretzky.
That was always my favorite. Uh-oh, here we go. Casey y'all in with AQ.
I have a feeling Sweet Q's gonna just call this off, right? I mean,
he
yeah,
has to.
of course,
he has to for
yeah.
that much. All right, what are you taking?
I'm feeling Casey. I think a little redemption is in order
Okay,
for Casey.
Fine. For a drink, I'll take
All
Sweet Q. Nines are my favorite numerical pocket pair to flop a set.
You know what mine are? 1s.
Well, yeah, no, numerical. That's lettered, buddy.
Oh,
Not to be confused with letter Kenny, but well, how about that about?
oh, how about that about?
Golly, dude.
I run so good.
You were so bad at this.
I'm so good at drink.
You're the
flips.
last time. You're the last time. This is the last time I ever.
This is- This is the last time.
This is the last time I ever give you action.
I am now 48 of 53 for those.
I'm done.
counting
I'm
at
done.
home, and I will take 3 drinks and an Uber.
You want a pooper? Is that what you said?
Good night for Reckless Ron on the drink bets here. Cam
Wh-
hating.
wh-
Cam hating.
Weckless Juan?
Weckless Ron.
Weckless
Yeah,
Juan?
yeah, go ahead. Have at it, pal.
What Weckless
Have
Juan?
at it, pal. There's at least 4 people watching this stream right now, so
I'm sure there is at least 4, and they probably all agree with me that you're...
the best at drink bets and
No,
bomb
you're-
pods.
No, you're... Well, I don't know about the best of bomb pods.
But you do know about drink bets, right?
You're crushing me in drink bets. Yeah, that's true.
All right, fine. I mean, look, the evidence is on video.
It's mounting,
It is mounting.
kind of like what's gonna happen with that racehorse that I'm bringing to your house
Yeah,
next week.
I do enjoy the Kentucky Derby. Have you ever been to the Kentucky Derby, Cam?
Never been to the Kentucky Derby. I don't wear fucking weird hats.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's quite the event, though.
There we go. We see the cumulative winnings here.
A lot of fun. Gotten a little more expensive
Rooney-
over the last 10 years.
Rooney somehow now is the big winner. Casey only down 371. Everybody else not really losing too much. The V-Pips, though, we see Daniel way at the top of the leaderboard.
I'm shocked.
I think that if we convinced him and bet him that he could definitely play 100% V-Pip.
For some fairly reasonable V-Pips, there hasn't been a lot of bloodshed. I think that's probably just a little bit of card distribution more than anything. But
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, we have a bomb pot right now. Here we go. King, G.
just quads.
And James flop squats. Fido with top 2 on the top board.
And Sweet Q with the same hand, incidentally.
Yeah. Nobody else really with anything. So we'll see how this plays out. I imagine, wow, it just checks around. Gonna see a 9 come on the bottom board, and then a queen of hearts on the top. So that brings in the heart draw on the top board. Daniel with the only heart draw. Nobody. Oh, Alex has a club draw, but it's low. He does have the 3-2 clubs though. Rooney with the wrap on that top board with the deuce or the 3-4. Oh, sorry, no, I thought he had deuce 3-5. Apologize. Yeah, James not going anywhere with the kings. Fido calls with the ace-8. And they will chop it up, but James gonna be potting that for sure and show the kings. Fido gonna see that he was good on the top board, but pretty tough call to make with no clubs. The ace-8. There's straights there. Jack-10 gets there. Ace-Queen. Ace-9. All the sets. So, not a very workable hand when you just have ace-8. Very welcome pot for James to take down. He's been pretty quiet since he sat down. AKA Donkey Spanker. He's from ATX. His hometown, he claims here. And his poker experience is listed as Superfish. They're asking if you want to chop it or if you want to play it out. Looks like they're gonna play it out. Kelly didn't want to chop it. Neither of them hit anything. That's check, check. And that's probably gonna go check, check. And they're gonna hit a 9 and chop it up. Just kidding. Rooney's gonna win it.
And it'll check, check. Again, I have gotten word that the players have finished up on the stream table. Cam and I are isolated in the booth on delay. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to finish this out here.
We'll be with you all for another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But this has been a good game. I've enjoyed this.
It's actually been fun to be back here with you, buddy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's
No,
why I
no.
chose you.
I'm glad you asked me. Again, my first time getting behind the mic, and big thanks to my buddy who's buying me drinks.
I think we'll just be running that tab up, buddy. You may go for weeks until you or I owe the other a bar tab, which I don't know what that amounts to, but like probably what, $100?
I would think so. I would think that's
What
probably
are
a,
drinks
probably a,
like?
fa- probably
What
a
are
fair
drinks,
amount.
like $8. So we gotta get like 12.
Well, this is Austin, not the cheapest city in the world anymore. It was when I got here.
Well, you'd be surprised. Even in Round Rock, in a strip mall, you can charge $11 for a jellyfish. So
Pretty incredible what some places will charge. Here at Red Star, it is BYOB, so you can roll in with a 12-pack, throw it in the fridge,
yeah,
and
which is the way that poker was meant to be played was
yeah,
with a 12-pack on hand, just living the life,
Yep.
going up to the fridge, grabbing it when you need it. Daniel, gonna lose this one. He's gonna fold.
private social club, drink
Ready?
all night
There it goes.
if you are into that sort of thing.
I've never drank all night. Have you?
Once or twice. You don't get to be reckless Ron.
That's true. That's true. You don't garner that nickname without being up all night at least once or twice with beer in hand.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun commentating, hanging out,
Yeah, it
getting this
has.
stream
It
off the
has.
ground, and yeah,
And
like working through
thanks-
some technical difficulties, and just a lot of thanks to anybody.
Absolutely, and we expected that. But we also hope that everybody watching has enjoyed it, and will stick around. Come back next week. Like and subscribe, and be here in the future.
Am I invited back?
Maybe.
I can't make it.
I'm not surprised. You're so busy. Between what, working and playing poker, yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, I forgot. You have to play hockey sometimes. Alex flopping an ace jack check flop.
Nothing really going on for anybody else. This is probably just
Really?
gonna be
Really nothing.
done real quick.
Really nothing. Casey gonna go ahead and try and bluff. And I don't know, maybe Alex just like believes it and folds. He does. So it kind of works. Nice pot for Casey to win it towards the end of the stream right now.
Yeah, we like to always win a pot when we can do it with the worst hand, even if it
I
is
love
just
winning
50.
pots with the worst hand.
Even if it is just 50, $60 when you're in a 1-2, 1-3 game, the ability to pick up some of
Absolutely.
those pots where nobody is interested is probably the difference in your ultimate win rate at those
Oh yeah,
games.
it is absolutely, and I've experienced that. I did a challenge last year to play 200 hours of 1-2 against a good buddy of mine, Jay Wynn, who some of you guys may know. He's a local grinder in the cash poker streets here. He plays some tourneys too. But
Yeah, good player, a lot of fun,
He's-
and you had a little public challenge. I was actually thinking of that on the way over here,
Yeah.
that maybe we should mention that because somebody was asking me about the 1-2 games in Texas. One of my
yeah.
friends back in Michigan.
They're pretty fantastic. Here we go. We have Alex with queens and Fido and Sweet Q with absolutely nothing. Oh no, Sweet Q does have a 5. Take that back. Alex, though, with queens, not going to be going anywhere. You see a turn. 7 of spades. Pretty much changes nothing. Really for either player.
Looks like Sweet Q is going to
Yeah,
go ahead
he's
and
gonna
fire. Yeah.
Alex checks and Sweet Q fires again. I think Alex is just going to make the call. Yep. Let's see a river. And it's pretty, I mean, relatively blank river for these two spots. Like, nobody should really have any 8s in that. Unless he has pocket 8s. Like,
Yeah,
that
she's
can
going to go
happen,
check,
but
check, and the better hand's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, queens take it down. Nice pot for Alex to pick up. I mean, yeah, the 1-2 games, I finished that challenge. I won the challenge. We had set to play 200 hours, and I ended up playing only like 170-ish. I had about 30 hours to go. And I ran pretty bad on, like, in the 3 biggest, like, games that I played during that. I lost like about 3 to 4 buy-ins, 5 buy-ins even in those games, and I made about 75 an hour during that time. So
Yeah, 30, 35,
and that's
almost
in,
40 big blinds
yeah,
an
and
hour. That's incredible.
That's in 1-2. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
a pretty unheard of win rate anywhere in the country in any game, really. Like, I mean, most 5-10 grinders are happy to win 10 big blinds.
10 blinds an hour was always
Yeah.
the
I
metric.
think that's probably even gone down now at this point. Like, you're probably happy to win 7 or 8 big blinds, I would assume.
Well, I can tell you in the mid 2000s, those larger win rates were definitely possible.
Well, no doubt, no
But
doubt. And I mean,
the player pool has gotten so much better. Over the last 20 years, the evolution of poker.
If I rewind back to 2018, 2019, when I was just starting out playing live poker in the Austin area, golly, dude, do I wish I had the experience I have now and the bankroll that I have now to be able to play, and I would have made $250 an hour in those games. No doubt. Probably more. 300 plus an hour, I would say. They were just that soft. The 1-3 match the stack games that were happening in this area were just absolutely the nuts. They've calmed down a bit. People have gotten a lot better, but I mean, these games are still the best.
A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun
in the country.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun here. A lot of.
And here we go. We've got a big clash. We've got Kelly with ace-king suited. Alex with ace-queen off. Sweet Q with queen 5-0. Pretty big premium right there.
Couple fives on the flop.
No, how about none of that? Casey flopping the best of it with Jack 10-0.
He might just win here.
He might just take it down. I don't see Kelly calling with the Ace King of Hearts. Alex has been pretty tight. He's going to be folding. And then Sweet Q has Queen High. So, yeah. Casey making a little bit of a comeback late.
I'm just right again. Maybe we can find one more drink bet that I can be right on.
And if Casey makes a comeback, it could be one of those comeback stories that we were talking about earlier. That would be quite impressive. I mean, he kind of has already in his own right. He's not back to even, but he came back in with $100. He was down at least 600, maybe 900, like somewhere in there, and then came back in with 100, and he's sitting back on like almost 600. So either way, like that's a pretty impressive comeback.
You got any poker superstitions?
No, I don't believe in that. I used to think that, but you know, I think that the cards and the numbers present themselves. I don't think there's any reason to be superstitious. What about you?
I don't know that it's a superstition, but
James does. Well, he already had the best 8, but he turns an open ender here.
oh, there you go. Yeah,
Four
not
is,
much going on
pretty,
there, though.
Pretty meaningless. I'm gonna go check, and they'll chop it up. I imagine. Yeah.
But I would say one, I don't know, mini superstition, or I don't know, just thought practice that I did was I always wanted to play my first buy-in, even if I was losing to completion. I didn't want to add on. Like, even if I bought in, say, $1,000 and I was down to $80, I was still gonna play that $80 out.
That's interesting. Why did you do that? Just because you're like, I'm gonna either win this or lose it? Is that kind of the thought process, or is it different than that?
Well, I think, I mean, obviously, when you have a short stack, it kind of simplifies your decisions.
Sure.
And in certain games, especially here in Texas,
I mean, that's kind of what Casey's been doing tonight, right?
exactly.
So
That's kind of why I brought that up. But especially in some of these games, you can get 5 ways, and that 80 can become 400 in one
true.
hand.
Yeah, that's
So
absolutely true.
that kind of was a little bit of my logic. So I just wanted to, whatever. It's a poker superstition. It's not necessarily anything that is valid from any math standpoint or anything
That's
like
fair. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think there is any validity to it from a math standpoint. That's why I'm kind of questioning it. But you go ahead and believe that.
I didn't say I believed it. It was just something I did. Pal,
Well,
why don't you buy me another drink?
looks like Kelly's racking up. He's ready to go. He's like, I'm up a little bit.
Here's a race of
We
sorts.
do have a race, and
That's gonna shut it down real fast.
unless
I don't know if you have another announcer.
a one-outer, no, he can't. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna go.
I don't know that you did do that voodoo earlier, but I'm not sure you could do it there.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. And Fido.
Well, clearly we're getting late in the night.
Yeah, the game's dying down a little bit, and again, we want to say thank you to all y'all, and that we appreciate y'all for tuning in and supporting us. If you haven't yet, please go like this stream, subscribe to the page.
I hate when people say like and subscribe,
I
but
know, right? It's terrible, but kind of you got to do it.
whatever, bomb pot coming.
Bomb pot on the way. I hate it, but I also understand it from a creator standpoint. I've experienced it.
Sure, and that's the point we talked about earlier. Everything has to
s-
start from zero, and tonight is the first one at Red Star, and I don't know. I
Absolutely.
guess I was a late invite to the booth, and happy to
Oh yeah, you were like
be a
my,
part of it.
You were like my 9th choice probably, but it's okay. You're here,
Well,
and we got it. Bomb pot right now. I'm gonna assume this is probably our last hand of the night. Ham flopping 2 pair. James flopping 2 pair.
pocket queens for 2 of the players in the hand.
6-5. Anybody have that? Dating with the jack.
Not a lot of anything
7,
for
5,
anybody.
4. Sweet Q has the 5-4 and then 7-4. So he's gonna be in there, right? He flops the joint.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good flop there.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one. They'll probably just end up taking this down.
Imagine he's gonna pot it here, right? Or close to it, anyway. It's only James left. James actually has a pretty good hand to call with. He is 2 pair, 2 pair. Top 2 on both, in fact. Or, well, I guess not top 2 on the bottom, but equivalent, essentially, to top 2.
Would you call with his hand?
I would fold his hand,
I think I would too.
but
And he's just annoyed, but he's gonna fold.
He's
That's
annoyed.
I can tell. That's the look of a
that's
guy
the look of a guy who's annoyed, but
and
wants
going
to
to
fold.
fold.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see something. Maybe he just puts it in, Ron. In Ron.
He doesn't have a very deep stack, so he definitely could, but he's just gonna fold. I think.
That posturing right there really means I'm putting my cards in the muck. When he moves them off, I mean, that's quite a tell, right? Oh, what?
I don't know. It felt like the hand funeral that we were just here to be annoyed and fold our cards and
Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Maybe he knows it's the last hand.
the effort moment.
The F-it moment. The Butterfingers moment. They're just going to run it out. He folded.
I folded exactly what it was. The hand funeral.
And look,
It was-
Sweet Q turns the effective nuts on the top. And I think that's it for us, guys, tonight. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Here you see the cumulative winnings. Rooney winning the most. Vito down 228. Everybody else kind of in between. Nobody really got torched today.
Nope, not real bloodshed really for
No,
anybody.
Nothing. And then you and I, we're in here doing the best. Appreciate our production team doing what they did. The guys on the cameras and doing the hands. Everything worked out well. The first time running this, so thank you guys for bearing with us and being here the whole time.
Yep, check out Red Star. I know some of the players have moved from the stream table out to just the main floor and are playing some cash games. So, anyway, games are running, and thanks a lot.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.